So, is this thing on? Hello, hello, hello. Now, the astute among you may have noticed that I am not, in fact, the esteemed purple rhymed with orange. Hello, most of you probably don't know me, my name is Hillel, and I am... Hi, Jenny. And I am de facto taking over for Purple this afternoon. They're not running the show anymore. I'm God here. I play. The rules are mine. The laws of time are mine to command. Yada yada. Oh, speak of the devil. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, well, Purple, you there?
Hello.
Hello.
I knew there was something I forgot. I was going to do the avatar for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that without shutting everything down and restarting it. So
I do. Oh God, I hope they can hear me and hear you. That would be unfortunate if they couldn't.
it was coming through the YouTube. I was hearing it.
Oh, well, in that case, everything is just hunky-dory then.
Yep, and Stool is just shutting down now, so
oh, good.
We wouldn't having people from that audience coming over here now.
We wouldn't want to steal their thunder.
Yep, here they are.
Oh, thank you. They can hear us.
Oh, that's confuse people.
Oh, well, that's what I live for. Look, if you're not confusing people, you're not living. That's what I always say, starting now. So how are things going for you so far?
Okay, I was just gonna make sure you got started off okay, but
so far things are going well, to the extent that my computer hasn't crashed, and people can hear me. So by that metric, everything is just really just going great.
Yep. Well, since I'm going to be taking over at midnight, I was, kind of hoping I might get to lay down for an hour or two here.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh God, I can hear myself. That's awful. Oh no, okay, it's fine now. I could hear myself for a moment. It probably just you had the stream open is all.
I can hear myself in the speaker. Yeah.
Oh God, that was the worst. Oh, it's crazy cat lady. How are you doing? That's cute. Oh, just wait till you see what fantastic things I've planned for.
Oh no, we're all in trouble, aren't we?
Oh, it's an extravaganza of biblical proportions. Oh, here they come in droves.
Well, with a name like yours, biblical would fit. Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong.
Oh, look at everybody over here. My, oh my. We've got Julie, we've got Linda, we've got Maya, we've got Bee, we've got Spooky. I feel like Miss Barbara from Romper Room.
Oh, God almighty.
See,
Romper Stomper Bumper Boo.
Does someone want to translate that reference for me?
Romper Stomper Bumper Boo. It was a kids program in the 50s and 60s. Romper Room. So preschoolers and stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of like preschool on television.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Barbara was a teacher, and then she'd hold up her looking glass at the end.
Mirror.
Romper Stomper Bumper Boo. Tell me, blah blah blah. What is true or something? I don't remember.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'd pull up her magic mirror and say the names like she was talking to the kids in the audience.
Interesting.
She never said my name.
Yeah.
So believe me, I empathize with that. You go to like these little like stores down in the middle of nowhere. They have like, get a mug with your name on it or something like that. Yeah. They never have my name on the mug. I can't imagine why.
I feel that one definitely. So rarely do I see Diana on any of that merchandise out there.
Well, with Wonder Woman getting more popular, I would think we'll see it pretty soon.
Okay, then. Okay, we can live with that.
I think I might have seen it before, but
Hillel, where does your name come from?
My parents wanting to torture me. That's where it comes from. It's like, oh, we want to give our son just the name that at first glance no one will be able to pronounce. So it comes from, oh God, I'm forgetting. There was an ancient Jewish rabbi in like the year 2 who was famous for stuff, and they gave me that. So
I suppose that's good enough.
Something like that. Now, was it more people? Oh, I'm spoiled.
Hello.
Hello there. Oh, cat.
She's lucky she hasn't become dinner yet, because that box of water behind me, she loves to go fishing.
Oh no. Well,
yeah.
Actually, I think you'd appreciate this. There's this cat that's been coming to my front door pretty much every day because he realizes that he comes by, he gets pats. Like, I don't feed him or anything. He just comes for the pats. He comes by pretty much every day for the last month or so, and he loves it.
Aww.
Okay, then. I don't know. You think maybe he's going to think he lives with you, or what?
He probably does at some point, honestly. He was just sitting by the front door most of today, just kind of I look through the little window, and he goes, meow, meow. You look at me with these big eyes, like, no, don't give me that. I pioneered the big eye method for getting things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wound up with 3 cats in New York that way. They came from the feral colony in the park.
Okay, then. Yeah, I was thinking at least 3 kitties that have had me. I've encountered as strays. Yeah, you don't have a cat. The cat has you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like your correct use of the phraseology.
Yeah, when I packed up the house, one of them went missing again, and the other 2 moved with me to Michigan.
I've had about 5 or 6 stews getting cats that way.
Yes, Sylvia came to me as a stray. My Celia came to me as a stray. Let me see now. There's got to be at least one more that was in there. It came to me as a stray.
Yeah, when I lived in St. Paul, anytime an animal went missing in the neighborhood, it wound up in our backyard.
Okay, so everybody knew where to go if...
yeah, somehow they all knew to come to us, and we'd get them home again.
Linda.
Sylvia's a good kitty.
That was a regular routine. Every month or 2, we'd have somebody else's dog or cat in our backyard.
Hello.
Hey, Linda.
Hello.
Hey.
What you building?
Nothing yet.
Actually, it's funny you should ask that. So, I realize that, this is a time of year when we're all about like bringing things together. So to that end, I thought, okay, so I want the stream to be more than us just conversating and making dick jokes. So I thought, what better way to bring things together than to on stream start building some Legos?
Oh, jeez, you're after Purple's heart here. You know that.
Well,
I bought a webcam for this. I don't have
my!
We can do vaginal jokes too, though.
Setup.
We are building Legos.
And to make sure it's nice and Christmassy, I have a
dream.
I have a candy cane that's like 4 years old, and I'm just gonna kind of put in the corner.
That's Christmassy enough.
Exactly. Now it's a Christmas tree. Hey. So
except it's being blocked by the live sticker in the upper corner. That's never mind.
So which set is this that you've got? It looks like a space shuttle up there.
It's the International Space Station.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
ISS is good.
Yeah, it's a big one. I don't have that set.
This was my de facto Christmas present. So I'm just gonna
Hello. Hello. On our stream, we are going. Morten is building the space dildo, as he calls it.
Is this what I think? Is this the Saturn V?
Yes, exactly.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. This is just out of frame.
Talk about your thrust.
Hold on. There, it's. I need to like pan because it's this thing is like a meter long.
Oh,
So
you built this?
I built this actually 2 years ago, actually on movie night with SciStrike.
Oh, yes.
The whole time there was like just stupid things like they're just talking about they're stupid. I was like,
you may know Morton. I think
Oh,
you
of
do.
course. He's got to know Morton.
Yes.
His dick dollars.
do I know about the dick dollars? Sorry.
Yeah, Morton Nielsen in the side chat
Yeah.
would always be donating dick dollars.
We love the donation of the dick dollars. That's like the currency here. I'll accept no other donations, by which I mean Purple will accept no other donations except for in dick dollars.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, okay?
That's what she said.
Not I. No.
And I am building the Ford Mustang.
Oh my, that sounds like fun.
I am building.
Which one? The 65?
67.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine.
But I am not even done with back 2, so I don't think I'll be done within the 2 hours. So I have just asked Junk Shop if we could join his
There you
their
go.
stream, so we can keep on building.
I had a Mustang, but mine was a 79.
Oh.
The first year of the K bodies.
Hmm?
I used to work on a race team that was campaigning a GT1 Mustang Cobra. Shelby Cobra.
Uh-huh.
I forget which year. The first year it came out. Whatever. But the guy was a real hack who ran the team. Every engine he built blew up within 5 laps.
Yeah, that Mustang was the last car I ever owned. I haven't owned an automobile since '89.
It's time for color, everyone.
Oh, yay. So, okay, this is the 9th coat here. This is the color coat.
No, this is the second coat.
Oh yeah. I even though I had the streams muted, I saw Jenny doing something with her nails.
What have we got on that thing for 2 years?
Excuse me.
Oh, okay, yay. Move beef. What,
Oops.
honey? There's this kitty who wants attention. Yes, you always want attention. I know you always want attention. Somehow you always get it. Well.
There was a film tonight on the BBC news broadcast of Boris Johnson's cat outside of 10 Downing Street attacking a pigeon.
Oh, jeez.
That's what we call the business. We call that content.
You. Yes, you. Oh, come on. Oh. Only on her terms. Yeah.
Talkative.
Oh, she won't shut up.
No, Sylvia's always got something to say.
Yes. Usually it's something like, you're a cunt, Diana.
Well, you said that. I didn't.
Let the record show.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my. Oh, Amiga's here. Yay, honey. Oh, did you figure out how to get your account working again, Amiga Nuts? Yay.
Yeah, he added well,
Hi, Amiga.
not got the exclamation point anymore. But yes, he did.
Maybe it's a new account.
Yeah.
He's got just a basic A.
Yeah, he hasn't got his penguin.
See, Amigo, we pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Amiga's a big sweetie.
Okay, well, I know
I
I'm
can't-
only going to be able to get to sleep in short breaks, so I'm going to
Oh.
go and try to lay
yes,
down for an hour or two
Yeah,
here.
you
I
do
don't
that
stay
purple.
awake on my behalf. I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't want to keep
well,
you
you
up more
need-
than you have to be tonight.
Yeah, well,
you need
I'll be
sleep.
back at midnight to take it over.
Okay, then.
So a
Move.
little less than 3 hours from now.
A little less.
Hillel,
Yeah. Yo, what's up?
if Amiga wants to, may I invite him in here?
If you trust him, I do.
He's my
Amiga
Oh, yeah.
is
He's my
Just like
co-host.
professional Phil.
In that
Amiga.
case, I'm not so sure.
co-host.
Amiga's highly trustworthy.
He's
Uh,
a
He's
big,
my-
big, big, big sweetie.
One
Yeah,
of
he's
my
always been
co-hosts.
helping out.
well, in that case, no. I don't want him to overshadow me. So in that case, yeah, absolutely, go for it.
Yeah. If you've had me, Amiga, and GeoSam in here, it's the full TMI show. Well, we did take over the Shields stream at one point. So.
Oh, my.
Okay, well, I'll catch y'all in a couple hours.
Okay, honey.
Okay, perps. Rest well.
Have a good sleep.
Please,
Sleep
well,
please.
Amiga, you heard what I said, so you can answer me in Discord.
Yeah, I am a bit spaced out at the moment, so I acknowledge I'm being less responsive, but I am still here.
Oh no, please! I have no idea how to make conversation. You're doing just fine.
You changed your hair color, Sam.
Yeah, I re-dyed it because the roots had grown out.
What color?
Okay.
It is a fairly bright ginger. I will turn my camera on a second, see if it's particularly visible, because I have no idea.
Don't they call that Irish red?
Oh yeah, I can see a bit of the ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Yeah. I'm originally a ginger, but I keep on dyeing my hair.
My hair is normally quite a dark brown, but I'm enjoying messing around and dyeing it because I had to have a buzz cut for the first 17 years of my life.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
And it's like, fuck it.
That's a hard reset.
I do that sometimes.
These slimy bastards would always make me get a buzz cut for the summers. And God, I hated that.
I do that
It
sometimes.
was maybe like a quarter inch.
Want to start over?
Yeah, but having just a buzz cut and not being allowed anything else for 17 years, not fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, B. I am gonna recolor it at some point. It's called Mystic Violet.
Okay.
And yes, it's all natural, the curls.
Oh, my. Mine is nowhere near as curly as it used to be. I was much curlier than you when I was, say, 3 years old. But as I've got older, it's got straighter. And,
Mine's the opposite.
well, my hair's the only straight thing about me, as far as that goes.
Hey, there it is.
Well, since
And I stole that from Kate.
well, Diana, since I've gone short, my curls are showing even more.
Yes.
My hair is sort of wavy normally, but like not particularly curly.
I say COVID, since I haven't had a haircut in 7 months now, I guess, or 7, 8 months. My hair, it's it's starting to get a little wavy. Honestly, I see. I guess none of you know this actually, because I never have my camera on. At least not on my face. Hey, I am a kind of a very dark brown kind of hair, and it's starting to get wavy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start to look like one of the Beatles pretty soon.
I'm dying to get back to the salon and get a cut and color.
I'm
too afraid to do my color on my own.
I think that once COVID is like proper over, I think I'm gonna go get just walk into some random barbershop, have it cut. I don't even know what, and get it. And I've never had my hair dyed before. I feel like coming out of COVID, I feel it'd be a good opportunity to just.
I don't think barbershops dye hair unless it's the Rudy Giuliani type.
I mean,
it depends. But, as a process.
It depends on the barbers, because the barbers around here aren't necessarily super qualified. They just use what kit they have to hand to do their best to do what you instruct, and they don't always do a super good job of it.
Who needs silly things like qualifications?
Well, I do my own color and cut.
Okay, then. No, I have not had I have not had my hair cut in 11.
Morton helps me with the cut. So.
Okay, then. Now, I haven't had my hair cut in 11 years because I cannot find anybody I trust. I ask for a little bit trimmed off, just get the ends, and I end up with them taking like 8 inches. And,
why don't you come on up over here to Manchester? There's a really good place.
I don't think I even have 8 inches of hair.
Oh, okay. Because my hair is past my nipples here. And the last time I had this cut was 2009.
She said nipple.
She did. Yeah. You noticed?
She did, Jenny.
This is a good Christian stream. A good Christian stream. We don't use words like that here. It's all family friendly.
There you go.
I guess it's a bad idea. I asked the Mika to come in here.
Oh my! Let me. What the heck?
You okay there?
Kitty, please.
Oh, is the cat up to shenanigans?
Oh, did you hear that little ring?
I did hear a ring.
Mm-hmm.
That was her darned near knocking over my flower vase.
Aw, that's so cute.
Happily, there was no flowers in it because the last time she knocked one over, it had the flowers in it with the water, and everything got wet all over the place.
That's adorable.
I try to buy myself a bouquet, maybe one a month or something like that. It's not nobody else is going to give me flowers. I might as well give me flowers.
Hillel, here. This is, you can barely see it because my hair is so thin, but this is one strand of hair.
Oh God, I literally can't see any of that.
Well, I'm just showing you the length. If you let your hair go for a couple of years, that's what it does.
Keep that in mind.
Just don't get it cut.
That's I will say that's probably a surefire way to get longer hair is just don't have it be cut.
Well, you got 7 months into it. You're in the lead.
Oh yeah, I've got a head start. Yeah.
No, the funny thing is though that when I'm 20 years old, that sort of thing, if I would let my hair grow, I would end up looking like an afro. I would look like a white Jesse Jackson. My hair would be out to here, literally. So it's got a lot straighter as I've got older. Oh my!
That's the only thing that's got straighter as she got older.
Don't mind me. I'm just smelling the chocolate and hazelnut.
What are you sniffing? Are those eggs?
Oh, that's the Ferrero Rocher.
Ooh.
I'm thinking of getting a perm. I've never had one before.
I've never had one.
I think it would look good on you, Jenny.
Well, I don't know what it would look like.
I think it would be gorgeous.
Would this be something temporary or permanent?
Well, they call it permanent, but it's only permanent as long as until it grows out. So.
My attempt at pun has failed. Abort pun. Abort pun.
That's what I forgot. I forgot to buy munchies for this. So
Mm.
this is 36 hours of nothing. Oh man, this is gonna suck.
Are
Yeah, I
you
don't
gonna
think
be
I
awake
bought
the whole
enough.
time?
And then bologna was on sale at our store, and so I bought
It sounds like
a
a lot of
couple
baloney.
pounds, and I put one in the fridge and stuff. And to get ready for having portable food during this thing, I thought out this thing of bologna, and then I forgot, and I found it 2 days later.
Oops.
And yeah, I just wasted a fucking pound of bologna. I'm not going to eat that. Just I'm not taking a chance.
Come on, be adventurous.
Well, if it had stayed refrigerated, I wouldn't have a problem.
Oh,
with
okay,
that.
I see.
I'll eat something past the expiration date, but no, sitting out warm.
I actually, I think most of you already know. I got a duck, and yum 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 yum. I just may get another one.
Sorry, did you say you got a duck or you caught a duck?
Oh no, I bought a duck.
Okay, I thought you said you caught a duck. I was like, okay, damn.
Believe it or not, I got it at Squalmart. I didn't realize that Squalmart would have anything decent. But I wanted to make duck à l'orange. The darn thing was, I felt so sick. I was going to make it on Monday, and I was not doing too well at all, and it had already thawed, so I figured I had to roast it and get it taken care of. So I'm eating up the rest of it as we speak. But what I guess I'll do is, if I can, I'll get another duck and I'll make the duck à l'orange and I'll film it and put it on my channel. We'll see what happens.
That would be some content right there.
Yeah, because I've got to do something with my cooking channel. I haven't put up a video there in quite a while. And then we have the little one over here. I think you can see. Yeah, she wants the attention because she actually got up into my lap on her own. Oh my. Yeah, you're putting the space station together. I was going to.
Currently, this is the shuttle.
Oh, okay. I thought it had a familiar-looking profile.
Yeah, it'll look a bit more shuttleless when it actually isn't just 3 pieces. But
I was going to buy the Saturn V, but the local store did not have any.
Word of advice for this one, for the Saturn V in particular: make sure you ahead of time plan out a good place to put it, because it's not very it's not very wide. It's just a cylinder basically, but it is tall. It is taller than you think it will be. Also, there have been several instances where I've been trying to show it off to people because it's a rocket and it actually has stages like the actual rocket does. And there have been several instances where I was trying to show that off to someone and I ended up accidentally throwing the stage across the room. Because they're kept together, through little clamps, and I was trying to take them apart, and I ended up just kind of launching one, and that was not a fun afternoon trying to put that back together.
How come you guys who are into building these models, which is a perfectly cool thing to do, aren't building like the old style plastic models with glue and airbrushing and
I still have some of those in the boxes in my back room. I still have some.
Well, send them to me.
It's all just some kind of ploy for you to get free stuff.
There you go. I would build the darn things. The only problem is the reason I haven't built these models was just in my lap, because she would tear those things down in a minute.
Oh.
I'm into space vehicles and things like that. I want to scratch build a Hubble. I've never seen a kit for a Hubble, but I'd like to build a scratch. Like something like that. I don't know what scale that would be. Probably that's
make
probably
sure you make sure you make the mirror
1/48th, 1/72nd.
Just make sure you have the mirror be the wrong size.
Yes.
and then give it
That's-
spectacles. We're
that's
here
not-
about realism
that's-
here.
That's not nice.
That would really be a fun
people
thing,
people
though.
talk about this mirror thing that Hubble had, like it's some this horrible big tragedy, and it just shows how much hacks that Americans are, and everybody having doubts in our manufacturing process. Do people realize that the error that was in that was into the 10,000ths of an inch error?
Oh, right. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
virtually nothing.
Yeah, we're not talking like some gross error here. We're talking about 10,000ths of a fucking inch.
What would be really great, and I wish I had the space for it, would be okay. Think of the model system where you've got Hubble, you've got the shuttle, and you've got Story Musgrave on a tether fixing the damn shuttle. They would take up an entire room with it.
That would be fun. There's this one very cool model that somebody came out with. I forget who it was. But it's a 1/12 scale. 1/12 scale Mercury capsule. The thing
I was going to ask if it was that one.
It's like this fucking huge. That would be a great one to have. The other thing that I think is very, very cool that modelers are getting into, well, have been for 10 years now, is they'll buy their Star Trek models or their Star Wars models and stuff, but then they wire them up with LEDs.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's cool.
So that like individual windows in the craft have a separate color or things, and that people are building with sequencing, through our Arduino and stuff like that too. Have blinking sequences and simulating the glow of the rocket engines and all this kind of very cool stuff.
That is cool.
But the one I'd really, and just the reason I don't do it is I don't know enough people that would be interested in playing with it when it was done. I'd love to build a MOCR.
I used to be in
mission operation control room. You're sitting at the consoles and you're flying a mission. Possibly replaying an old mission or possibly a mission that's never been flown before.
Oh, well, that's like those.
You've got 22 people on the floor working together with this.
That's like these crazy people who build an entire cockpit of a 747 just so they could play Microsoft Flight Simulator. And they do it so well. They build these things are dead nuts accurate, and gauges actually work, and controls that they want to do. They've actually programmed these panels and stuff so that they interface with the game. And it's like, holy shit. I'm not that advanced of a modeler.
I was reading about one guy that was building a MiG-15 that way, and sourcing out the parts. And it was a great story that he was
a MiG-15. I don't think we have that many vacuum tubes left. A lot of the early high-performance German aircraft were based on vacuum tube technology, for those of you who don't know. And it was one of the reasons we were able to pick them out of the sky with no effort.
By the way, Jenny and Diana, how do you like my new glasses?
Oh, yes, that's right. It is very, very pretty. Now,
thank you.
Is that the fishing line that holds the lenses in, or is that a metal frame on there?
Yeah, it's hard to see. Oh, wait a minute. I could do this.
Oh, okay. It's the metal one. Okay. Yeah. It was so thin, I wasn't sure.
It's Ralph Lauren.
Oh, those are expensive.
You're up there. All right. Yeah, because I have two pairs. This one is the metal, but this one is nylon monofilament. It's the fishing line that holds it on.
I got my old ones repaired for free.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got some glasses for upstairs if I want to watch TV up there.
Because your focus changes with altitude?
No.
Mm-hmm. I need new.
Deep these ones have been changed, so I haven't got exactly the same. What do you call this?
Prescription.
Subscription,
Yeah,
description.
as the ones I started out with.
Oh no, your eyes change throughout your life.
I need new glasses.
Yeah, mine changed over 3 years.
Mhm.
But I also got a defect in both my eyes.
Oh no, the defective. Ick.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
thinking. I am thinking
need
I
new
might drop
glasses.
out because my brain is being funny and not processing words.
Well, you got to get up in the morning and stuff. You shouldn't be abusing yourself here. We love you, but we want you to be healthy too.
I will probably lurk in chat for a bit and then end up falling asleep. So good night, entities.
Good night, Sammy.
Night,
Good night.
honey.
Good night, lurk away.
Bye, Sam.
Oh my.
Now it's vaguely
No, I-
more space shuttle-y.
Actually,
Yay.
Meow. Right.
I need new glasses. I bought 2 pairs of glasses just before I viewed the total solar eclipse. That was 3 years
Ooh.
ago.
God, was that 3 years ago already?
August 17.
Yep.
I am.
I figured that if I was going to view the eclipse, I wanted to be able to see it well. And my prescription has definitely changed since then. So I don't know. Maybe if I get this stimulus check or whatever the hell they're doing, maybe I'll have to spend it on glasses.
If we get the stimulus check, I'm going to buy a fucking computer.
Yay!
How do you buy a computer for $600, man?
They're talking about upping it to 2,000.
Or it's just a very bad,
Trump said
or
he will
literally
not.
just a very bad computer.
Trump said he would not sign this bill because he thinks 600 is too little and it should be 2,000.
Trump's a dick.
I actually agree with him.
He's got the right thing for the wrong reason.
Yeah, I think he's doing it just to build his own ego.
Yes, yes.
But
Trump's going to make sure every American has a small loan of $1 million.
I mean, if he wants to send me $2,000, I'll take it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not going to make me think any better of him.
I'm just torn between buying a proper Mac or a piece of crap PC.
Well, I tell you what, I built the computer that I'm using right now for about $1,400, and it's a pretty darn decent computer, if I have to say so myself. Definitely much more computer than I could have bought somewhere pre-built for that much money.
I despise I know you're on Linux, and that's probably a wise thing, but I just despise the Windows environment so badly. It is such a poorly written group of software.
Right, absolutely.
All these people rave about, look at all the software you can get for Windows. Yeah, and it's all crap. It is just poorly written crap. It crashes all the time. You turn your machine off, you turn it back on, it reset everything for you.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this? That's not how to write a program. You shouldn't have to do anything. You should be able to turn on the computer and fucking use it. Yeah.
I have a Windows operating system. Well, I have 2 computers, and both of them are dual boot. So this one has 2 Linux systems. The other one has.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, then.
Yeah, if we were actually focused, that'd be neat, but you know.
International Space Station.
The other one has Linux and Windows, and the reason I have the Windows, you remember when SciStrike used to use Zoom for movie night?
That's what got me using Zoom in the first place.
Yeah, and Zoom would kill my Linux system. It would just slow it down until it finally crashed. So I broke down, spent the money on a Windows thing, and I haven't used it since. I hate it. No, I do have Steam on Windows, but that's it.
So Zoom hasn't gotten any better with Linux then?
Not since I've used it not since the last time I used it. No, it would slow my system down, and like I said, it would eventually crash it within the space of about 4 or 5 hours.
Oh,
Well, I certainly don't want that, but I just to go to Windows, it's just so awful. And it's not like I'm only talking about Windows in amateur environments and things. I used to use Windows machines to run photography labs, processing labs, and advanced video work and things. And it's just shit. It's just fucking shit.
Mhm.
It's insecure. That's all hell. And it has to be reconfigured frequently. It crashes frequently. And we were a small shop and had 2 full-time network techs, and they couldn't keep 8 machines running properly. Okay.
Whoa.
And I know that these guys were really smart. I mean, I don't question their qualifications at all, but it's just such an awful system. It fails all the time.
well, since it's almost 5 a.m. here, I think I better get some sleep before I have a stream.
Well, when are you and Martin on later?
Yes, 7. No, yo, well, those damn times.
Well, Hill, you've got another hour and something to go, right?
I am on after Diana.
You're on after me. Okay, I
Yes,
couldn't
yes.
remember if you were after or before.
I have
I'm after
another
you.
2 hours, 20 minutes.
Say again, sweetie?
First of all, thank you. But I have 2 hours, 20 minutes, roughly.
Oh, you took a 3-hour shift. Okay.
Yeah, Perp's back at 11.
Okay, then. Okay.
His
God,
time.
all this switch, I swear that all this switching between time zones is really just gonna kill me in the head.
Yeah, because there were. I was confused. I knew there were a couple of 3-hour shifts, but I also knew that most of us had 2-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna be here. I'll probably be able to finish this in that time. So
Oh yes,
So
you
what
should.
time is it now? 21. Okay.
well, somewhere it's almost 5.
Yes, in Denmark it is almost 5 a.m.
Oh, is that where you are? Okay.
Yes,
I'm 4.5 hours in.
that's what. Well, you can see that now, but you can see it in the chat. I am called a bit of tea in Danish.
Oh my!
But yeah, I just
called
got
that crazy cat lady.
I just got confirmation on we can join Junk Shop stream.
Oh, good! Yay!
But because I don't think I can finish the Mustang in 2 hours.
All you need to do is just go at it quick enough, and then you can do anything in 2 hours.
Well, there's a lot of technic pieces and stuff. Yeah. And I haven't even finished back 2, so yeah, don't think so.
I've only had 1 cup of caffeine and 2
I
cigarettes.
am definitely gonna try, but I don't think I can.
Caffeine, what's that?
So I'm gonna pop out and say good night, good evening, wherever you are, and happy holidays and everything. And see you all later.
Okay, honey.
Bye,
Bye. It's
Linda.
nice to meet you.
Bye. You too.
Fellow Lego junkies.
And there were 3.
Where is that? There it is. Oh.
Do the old Agatha Christie thing here, yeah. And then there's this cat.
Time
Hey,
for a fourth
Sylvia,
Oh,
scene.
right, yeah, right on cue.
Meow. Damn cat. She's a damn cat.
Diana, when I was into amateur car racing, the name of our team was Flat Cat Racing,
Okay, fine.
Damn.
as in a cat on the street. And at the same time, there was this, I guess, adult toy that you could buy that was
Oh,
a
no.
Oh no.
a flat cat.
Oh my god.
It was just a stuffed toy that with no
What do
stuffing
you-
in it.
Like, what do you mount it to the car or something?
And we made it into a 3-dimensional flag to indicate our area in the paddock, and it was
What did I say earlier about this being a good Christian stream?
Christian. I ain't been one of those since I was 15.
Okay, so you quit a little younger than I did.
51 years without guilt. Not bad, eh?
I mean, I had the mindset already when I was 16 years old, but to keep those two from jumping down my throat, I had to play along for a couple of years. So I think I finally called myself the A word when I was maybe 20, something like that.
Listen, I never told my parents that I was an atheist. I just stopped going to church. They were not such heavy-duty Lutherans that they went to church every Sunday and all this. My mom and dad went through this little spurt for maybe 5 to 8 years where they were way into it and going every Sunday and all that stuff. And that's kind of what helped guide me down the road of leaving. So religion was just not a big thing in our family. Never has been. With any of my family, cousins, uncles, and aunts, none of us.
I feel like that's something where I differ from you two, and also a lot of other people I know. Is that I was never Christian, so
Okay.
I grew up in a. It was. I'm not going to call it like an atheist or entirely non-religious household, but it was is strictly speaking Jewish, as you might have been able to guess. But
You sort of had that suspicion.
yeah, some people do. I don't know why, but some form of stereotyping probably. But it was relatively non-religious.
I don't know. I've never seen your nose.
Well, that's well.
You're a horrible person.
You're not wrong. I guess strictly speaking.
I don't know if you know my background. I grew up in a very heavily Jewish and Polish neighborhood when I was a kid, and I have friends who are actually mostly all gone now, who I had to, when I was a little kid, I had to ask what are those numbers on your arm?
Yeah.
So I am certainly not anti-Jewish or.
Yes, I've got family with numbers on their arms.
Yeah.
Now, I was raised Catholic, so that whole thing about the church every Sunday, that was one of the rules, where you did the church, the church made you go to church every Sunday. So, yeah, it would have been quite noticeable had I stopped going to church when I was still in their house. Yeah, it mostly waited until just before I got married that I was able to actually call myself an atheist with people around to hear it.
Yeah. See, I have you guys though, so I I'll say it loud and proud. Why not? Especially my family isn't as adverse to it as I guess more like a more evangelical Christian type of thing. Which is nice, and especially especially like talking to apologists and stuff like that. You get the classic like Romans 1:20 sort of thing, like you already believe. Like
Yes,
never have
yes.
actually. I was it's different, you know. It's all these stories and stuff like that, like especially from like hearing from people like Paul or someone like genetically modified skeptic or people like that, like talking about how, you know, them coming out of evangelicalism and stuff like that. It's like it's just something which is you know, all, like not the concept of itself, but like the that sort of evangelical. I don't want to say mindset, but you know, having to come out
Yeah,
of
I
sort of
get it.
something that I never did really. So
My dad was raised Catholic, and he converted to Lutheran when he married my mom.
Okay.
Do you see? For me, I have to ask what the difference is between the two.
Not much.
Catholic is based on guilt, and Lutheranism is based on original guilt.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, and no singing, no dancing, no having fun.
Oh, okay. Is that like the, you know, if you're like dancing at prom, you got to leave room for Jesus kind of thing?
No, just don't dance.
Okay. Okay. So you just need Kevin Bacon to come by. Is all I'm hearing.
Yes.
There you go.
Look at me. I can make references. Anyway,
okay, fine. I see that Titan Uranus says I'm of such mixed heritage, including some Ashkenazi, that you have to pretty much say those damn Sicilians before you're not insulting me. I like it. Oh my! Oh yeah. I know what you mean, Julie. The space between the two of you. Yeah, you had to fit the Holy Spirit in there. Yeah.
Isn't the Holy Spirit like immaterial? So how does
Yeah,
that,
you would think.
you just don't think about that particular part?
There's a lot of stuff you have to not think about in order to incorporate it into your daily existence. Hey, that's the nice thing that happened to me was the Catholics around whom I grew up could not recite a plank of Catholic doctrine to save their lives. It was just an identity badge.
Well, you know, to be fair, I couldn't either. So,
but what was I was not inculcated that way as heavily as some people I know now that I've met since I've come into the community. I mean, even the hyper Catholics I've known. So there was not as much that I had to unbelieve, if you get where I'm coming from.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a really good thing. I didn't suffer as much of the guilt, the fear of hell, that sort of thing that a lot of people I know.
Yeah, that's something I hear from a lot of people, and again, that's a concept which is exceedingly foreign to me. You know, I've never had that.
Yeah, there's no hell in.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't even really know, to be honest, what Jews think happened. Like, I mean, like religious, like Jews as a religion think happens to people after death. Like, I don't even know, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing quite like hell. So as again, so people talk about, like, honestly, for me, I'm like when it, like post-mortem stuff, I'm genuinely more afraid of just like not existing. Like that's a concept which scares me genuinely. And I
know the feeling. I know exactly.
Fair share of, you know, existential crises about that.
But you know what's good? You know what's good about that as a concept? You have no idea it happens.
Well, yeah, but you know, I like existing.
Well, yeah, we all do.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know when it ends.
Yeah,
it just does.
That's the thing.
You know, I get what you mean, but still, it's again for me, like, you know, slipping into non-existence in that sort of way, I feel like is something very, you know, for me it's just a scary concept. Like for me, like, so that's the most equivalent thing I have to like a fear of hell. But you know, I'm not afraid. It's you know, kind of the opposite. I'm not afraid I'm going to be tortured forever after I die. You know, it's kind of fear of just like not existing, because you know that's all I've ever experienced is existing.
Yes, exactly. I mean, this is the thing that I'm having trouble wrapping my head around. I mean, by now, I'm sure everybody here knows that I'm dying. I don't know exactly when I will be dead, but I know that it will be a lot sooner than I originally thought it was going to be. But the whole thing about non-existence, people tell me, well, you've been in surgery a couple of times and you've been under general anesthesia. It's like that. And I say, no, it's not, because the reason I know that I was unconscious at one point is that after that point, I was conscious again to know that I was. And then, once I've died, there is no consciousness. So it's just that whole wrapping the head around the non-existence thing. As you say, I'm not afraid of eternal punishment. The only other thing that really does concern me is the process of dying. I know a number of people who have described what relatives, etc., have gone through in their final hours. Yeah. My ex told me what her father told her about her mother dying, and she totally lost it near the end in the last, say, 48 hours. Totally incoherent, the whole thing like this. And the last thing I would want is to go through that and know that I'm going through it. That whole loss of dignity thing.
Hope for what my mother went through for yourself. Then she had a stroke and went coma and never came out.
God, this is a real cheering stream for Christmas Eve, huh?
There you go.
24 hours were just, lying there in bed. And
I think to my babka,
everything's zero.
Yeah.
I think to my babka, she had a series of strokes, but hung on for 5 years. And she was miserable for those 5 years. All she could do was cry.
Sounds like my day-to-day life.
Oh, God. Just have parallel laughs.
Well, we talk about all kinds of stuff.
But it's going back to like the apologist thing for a second. Like when you hear these things about like again Romans stuff, like you secretly believe, but you're just suppressing the truth. What is like to some degree, I wish I could that's one of the reasons into some kind of afterlife, because like I said, I like existing. So to some degree, I almost wish that I
that's why I am one of those.
Yes, I actually look like hold on. I look like this. This little. It's not okay. It's not. It's actually. It's blurry. So I look exactly like this. I look that's blurry in real life too. Actually.
Okay then.
A little sailor guy.
It's astronaut, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why what you're talking about, Hillel, is why I will never. I don't think I will ever be one of those non-believers who poo-poos other people's religions or tells them that they're insane. I may feel that way, but I'm not going to tell somebody that you're insane for believing in your God and following that. If they ask, talk about it, I'll share them what I think. But I'll make my public statements about how foolish I think religion is, or the dogma that wraps around people and changes how people exist and things like this. But there's a lot about religion that is very, very good, and like Christmas, I think for a lot of people, they need it as a symbol of being grounded and starting over and forgiveness and understanding that life is a process and goes on cyclically and things like that. I think religion is good in how it moderates people's behavior in a day-to-day existence. I think there's a lot of people who can't establish their own morality enough to be able to live a decent life without having some rule maker there telling them what to do.
See, I know I agree with that, except I just also at the same time wish we were at a point. I also how am I trying to say this? I also wish that people could you could see that they also don't need religion to have those things.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. As a matter of fact, religion only gets in the way.
Yeah, so I agree that religion certainly does, it does a social function, but to make people, to make people better. But I also wish that, we could get to a point, where people, realize they don't need religion for those things.
Well, the best I can see for religion is the community. I mean, you
yeah.
get together in a special building to compare clothing every week. And it's, thank you, George Carlin. But yeah, you've got all the other people around you who think the same way you do, and there is a comfort in that. But unfortunately, I'm not the kind of person who could benefit from that, even if I did have it. I was outcast in the days that I was ostensibly a Catholic anyway. So there was another reason it was easy for me to leave. Oh, Purple, haven't you been able to get any sleep?
Oh, Sai, I didn't.
No, that's me.
In here. Hi,
No, that's me.
SciStrike.
Wait, are you talking about chat?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, te betrata balcasa. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
right.
sorry.
Because you're in the driver's seat. That's
yeah,
right.
exactly. I've taken over Purple's body.
Yeah.
SciStrike, are we going to have movie night tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah, that's a question.
I don't know, because, there are going to be obligations and stuff and everything else for the
of course.
And, of course, there's this going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to be going on over that time period.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I'm unsure how. I need to look at the schedule again for the. God, come on, go in the. Get the peg in the hole.
If you're wondering
I'm forgetting when exactly.
The best place for pegging is the hole.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Waiting for me to say that. See, that's why I'm here. I'm here to. You're here to help me with the innuendos.
There you go.
Innuendo and out the other.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, this is what I pay you two for.
Let me take care of this because I was going to get another.
Is this one of the cats?
I'm looking at this, and my garbage bag is all totally full. Which means I'm going to have to go out at some point into the blistering cold to throw this bag away. Oh, well, what are you going to do, right?
Well, I looked at the weather. It's only going to get to like 15 degrees in your area.
Celsius?
No.
Just checking.
There we go.
I don't know. I feel more convinced by the metric system every day, to be honest.
Yep.
This is weird. I come from a science background, so I'm on two sides of the coin. I cannot think in terms of metric system when I'm thinking about how far I'm going to walk to the store or whatever. That's all in miles and everything. But when I'm in the lab, I can't think in pounds.
Oh no, I refuse to.
I still think I am completely metric in my life because I spent 40 years working on metric cars. I can't even visualize an inch anymore. But I think Fahrenheit is a better temperature scale for discussing weather.
Well, it's a finer scale.
Yes, exactly.
Fight.
Exactly.
The Fahrenheit degrees are smaller, so you've got a finer thing. Yeah.
Aren't they the same size?
No.
You can't put 212 in the same space as 100.
Literally, I can't even look. Just look, I can't count. What do you expect from me? Do I look some kind of mathematician?
Or is that 0.561? The decimal equivalent?
Look, the only system of temperature I use is Kelvin.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, well,
that way you don't have to say degrees. It makes your life.
What's
the temperature outside?
Person.
The temperature outside is about 7.
You're not allowed to say degrees Kelvin.
Exactly. You cut it all out. You don't have to say that word. It's like, oh, what's the temperature outside? Oh, 7. It's so easy. Now, granted, the temperature outside
7
is
Kelvin.
Yeah, exactly. If the temperature, though, if it is 7 Kelvin, you are dead. But still, it's so convenient.
I'm trying to think about this now. At 7 Kelvin is anything.
It's like 5 degrees above space. Not degrees. Sorry, I'm an idiot now.
Where does helium liquefy?
Oh God. Don't make me Google. Chat. Tell me the answer, so I don't have to Google it. One of you Google it instead. That's what I have you here for. You're my Googlers. My little itty bitty Googlers. Also, something that Jess said reminds me. This is technically the most of me that's ever been live.
Look what that's do. All right. So helium. Melting point, none. Well, I do believe under special conditions you can.
No, that's a right there. None.
Yeah, and a boiling point is, well, they have this in centigrade degrees. It's minus 268.9. So if I remember correctly, absolute zero is what? Minus 273.6?
Yep.
What was
That's
it?
about right.
What did you say?
Around 270, negative 270-ish.
Okay. We used to use Kelvin, or at least I think it's the same as Kelvin scale in photography when we're describing the color of light.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same? Is that the same Kelvin scale?
I never thought about it before, but I think so.
And how does it transfer over from temperature to light? I mean, they talk about color temperature.
What I believe, somebody's going to have to check me out on this and make sure I'm not full of shit here. But I believe that, okay, number one, it is the same Kelvin scale. And number two, it is the temperature that a black body must have in order to radiate light of that color.
It's a black body thing. Is that right?
Okay. Well,
I didn't know that. That seems plausible. God, that just makes me remember. Sure. I miss working with like a dark room and like doing like old school kind of photography stuff.
I miss dark rooms so much.
Granted, it's a hassle. It's annoying, and you could accidentally ruin every single picture you took by like opening a window. But still, I kind of miss that stuff.
Oh, here it is. From the font of all knowledge, the color temperature of a light source is the temperature of an ideal black body radiator that radiates light of a color comparable to that of the light source. So I did have it right. Okay, good.
Interesting. I never made that connection before. That's a neat little factoid to hold on to. Ow, God's sake.
Yeah, I remember that shit from freshman physics. It's amazing what I retain. The least useful stuff.
Oh God, I love doing Legos, but it's gonna destroy all the skin on my fingers. It's like the little the stand that the ISS is gonna go on. Ooh. All right. What do you want from me? Oh, there you go.
It is definite moo. Yes, definitely moo.
Did I fuck it up?
What?
I thought I put something in wrong. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
No, but for some reason that's a little bit smaller than I was expecting. Not that much, but a little bit.
Okay, phrasing.
Dobrojnie.
Look, I do not speak. That's Russian, I presume, and I do not speak Russian.
That is what I originally thought was a bunch of nonsense syllables until Faye, the Wonder Lady, informed me that it was indeed legal Russian and it meant yes fermentation.
That right there, that's a useful statement. That'll get you that'll get you far.
Because I am known for spewing nonsense. Tahoda kopolkalo garabetiesta, tahoda pokendeta yakinde beshoto totiambala gorabatian tutayi. And
language.
yeah, I would probably fit right into a Pentecostal church. But yeah, that's what I thought I was doing. But here it turned out it is a translation. Oh my. Oh my. I don't remember that line, Julie. Which one is that
did we ever,
from?
did we get an answer from Jess about tomorrow? Oh, Jenny, by the way, you're muted. I'm not sure if you meant. Okay, cool. Just checking. Oh, okay. The next
In my note to knowing on the egg thing, which is not quite the og thing. It's close, but not exactly. Yes, there's og, and there's egg, and there's egg, and the vowels differ slightly.
Now you descended into just straight up gibberish.
Yes, I have.
I was expecting that a bit sooner, to be honest.
Oh, boy, moi. Now, that was not nonsense.
I presume it was some kind of insult.
That was legal Slovak, Russian. It translates to, oh, God.
Okay, I don't know a single lick of Russian. No, I know some German, but no Russian.
Yeah, my babka was teaching me Slovak when I was maybe 2 years old. And, I was able to pick up some stuff that way. And then, yeah, there's enough Russian that sounds exactly the same as Slovak. It's just spelled differently. And I guess that's one of the reasons I did reasonably well with German, because Babka also spoke German. She was from one of those areas that I like to call, which country are we in this week? On the border of the present-day Slovak Republic and Poland.
Oh, okay, that right there, that's prime real estate.
Uh-huh. And yeah, you're screwing around with 3 or 4 languages at once. So I got kind of lucky. Yeah, my God, that's it, Spooky. Yep.
That was my dad. He grew up in a very multicultural, multilingual household. He grew up learning like 3 languages at once.
Mm-hmm.
Or 4, actually. It was like English, German, what else? English, German, Yiddish, and Hebrew, I think, as well. So
okay, then
he speaks like 10 languages now, all like Eastern European stuff.
Yep.
He's just showing off at some point.
Yeah, and then Babka's
are you Hebrew fluent?
No, not. The only thing I know how to say in Hebrew is that I can't speak Hebrew. Ani lo medaber ivrit, which is just I don't speak any Hebrew, which is that's the only thing you need to know how to say in a language is that you don't speak the language.
Oh man, Von Rick asks, is she going to start vibrating and spasming with the Holy Ghost? My sister would do that.
Don't tempt her with the vibration and the spasming.
Say again?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. No.
Vibrating on stream.
There you go. Now, the story I like to tell is that the slimy bastards raised my sister and myself Roman Catholic. Whereupon she found Jesus, and I found Carl Sagan. No, she went full-blown Pentecostal. Speaking in tongues, rolling on the floor, slain in the spirit, that whole bit. God, she was annoying. Oh, well, she and I never did see eye to eye, but yeah. And then I will say, I hope her last thought was of her Jesus, but that was, she died 13 years ago. But yeah, she was extremely annoying. That very, very right-wing politics and the whole thing. Wait a minute, Von Rick. So who was taller? Are you speaking of me and my sister?
Ich bin der Älteste.
Well, that's you just said I am the older, or the oldest.
Well, that's definitely not true.
Oh yeah, right. Absolutely. No, I was the taller one.
Oh, that's. I'm not.
No,
Oh,
no,
damn it! I don't
yeah.
technically own the stream, so I can't ban him. Oh, that's a shame.
She was 4 years younger than I, and let's see now. I'm trying to think here. She was probably about 5 inches shorter than I, so she would have been about 5'4", 5'5", something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Boo.
My favorite name on the internet.
What, Einstein?
No, the person who wrote that just now.
Oh, Daprojnie. Okay.
No, Titan Uranus.
Yes.
I work with children.
Oh,
complete
damn it. There
utter
goes the
children.
neighborhood stool's back.
Oh, he came back
Oh.
because I was painting my nails now. Stu, I know you can. You're so concerned. I'm on the second coat of color now.
Oh, okay. What color?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Kind of like a blood red, like if you like
yep.
soak in like the blood of your enemies. That's good. That's a good color.
Yes.
I mean, I like seeing people when they're wearing purples and greens and yellows and all this kind of stuff that folks do nowadays. But I'm just not into it. I just traditional red is what I like.
Well, those other colors just don't work on me. They just don't look right.
It may come as a shock to both of you, but I've actually never had my nails painted.
Really?
Really?
Aww.
I know it's
Well,
really,
you should.
I've been told that.
It's fun to do. You
Yeah,
can do
well,
them just
once I-
in, you can do them just in clear.
So once
Give
COVID
them
is over, I
buffs
think
so that
I'll
they
have
look
a,
nice and stuff.
I'm
That's
gonna have
all.
a friend of mine do it for me, since I want it to actually look nice. If I'm gonna have that done.
Oh
to
well,
myself.
then tell your friend that you want to do a buff bar, and that you
Oh,
want to
God.
do clear.
Do I want to know what that means?
That's just a tool
buff
to use
bar?
that polishes, that evens out the nail texture
Okay.
or surface, and when you put the polish on, it flows on better. It stays smoother. It's a little shinier.
Okay, I'll remember that.
There's a lot of men will get manicures, and all they will have is a minor shaping, and then a buffing and polishing, and no polish whatsoever. I shouldn't say buffing and polishing, a buffing and shining, and they have no polish put on at all.
Ugh. How disgusting.
I don't know, but I mean, even if you're not going to have color, there's nothing like a clear coat.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice to have some color. Why not?
Ask Junk Shop for some ideas.
Is Stool coming in? I don't think we've actually met.
Who? What? Where?
Stool. Oh, you've got cat in the background. Lots of meows. You really is that the form of cussing him out in cat language?
Yeah, she's giving me a
Cat
hard
really
time.
taken aback by all the insults you just threw their way. Like, what'd you just say about my mother?
I never knew your mother,
Don't
Sylvia.
say that. Don't say those meows in the wrong neighborhood. You'll get jumped by like a flurry of cats. Oh, that's cute though.
She's the kiddiness.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't understand how a person can discipline a cat because they're just too cute. Like, I don't understand.
Oh, well, no, that's actually not the main reason you can't discipline a cat. Is you cannot discipline a cat because the cat just doesn't give a shit.
Yes, that'll do it too, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
my.
that's sure not true, because I had a cat that was just basically a little hellion that would dig up plants and fuck with stuff in the house all the time.
That's adorable.
And I just got one of the squirt bottles, nailed it from 10, 12 feet. It learned to not do stuff.
Yeah, but the thing they
Sniper.
learn is to not do it while the human is looking.
Oh, well, there is that.
The spy.
This place I lived when I had this cat was, it was like a Milwaukee bungalow kind of place, and I lived in the upper. And the landlord had put an extension on the roof to build the walls so that you didn't have these little narrow rooms like this, but it actually had a full wall. But then it was kind of not cantilever, but an offset from the original roof to the new roof. And this part interior was open beams. This fucking cat could
I see where this is going.
could run from another room, jump on the back of the couch, and leap all the way up to the ceiling beams, which was an old house 9-foot ceilings. And would do that, would hear me coming home, and would do that, and then when I come in the room, would jump down on my shoulders from above. Sometimes right when you walk in, sometimes she'd wait and then surprise the fuck out of you.
That's adorable.
Oh yeah,
Well,
let me tell you.
I actually got a nasty scratch the other day because he decided for some reason. I was leaning down to pet him. Was like, I want to. He decided, made the executive order. I'm going to be on your shoulders now. So just jumped up on and got a bit of a scratch that drew a little bit of blood down the front of my chest from him. Trying to scamper up onto my shoulders. But it's cute, so you can't do anything about it.
Now this one knows when she's doing something I don't want her to do, because, for example, I'm asleep and I get up to go to the crapper. I come out into the hall and she sees me coming down the hall and she's on top of the aquarium, and suddenly, boom, she's gone. While I'm at the other end of the hall, and I've just noticed her only because she ran. So she knows, but it's just that she's going to do what she's going to do.
The next thing she's going to learn is that if she's sufficiently still, then you won't be able to see her, and she'll be able to get back to fishing.
There you go. Yeah, she's
Don't
already.
tell her I said that.
No, she's already taken 2 of the fish out of this aquarium.
Oh my god!
Don't you have a top on it?
I do. It's a very flat glass top, but there has to be a little bit of space for the heater, because the heater's into the water, and that little bit of space, she can get her paw in there and go. I don't know if you can see their plant leaves all over the wall by the aquarium. Let's
get yourself a piece of metal window screen, and do a custom cut that wraps around the heater that you can duct tape to the edges of the aquarium. Keep the damn cat out.
How does she get up there?
See this or not? Can you see all the green flecks?
A little bit.
Of the aquarium.
No, can't.
You see a little bit of it.
I don't.
That's Sylvia when she reaches in and she's digging at the plants.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do see
all over the wall.
I told you about my cat with my Oscar, right?
I'm not sure. You probably did.
I had this 20-gallon vertical tank. And it was like 2 10-gallons stacked on top of each other, so it was more tall than wide.
I know where you're coming from. Yep.
And I had this Oscar, which is a fish that, if you don't know, it's shaped more like, say, a smallmouth bass or panfish or something like that. Although in real life they can get to like 3-4 feet.
Yeah.
Just huge from the Amazon, that sort of thing. Anyways, in an aquarium, the guy I had, the Oscar was about 4 inches. By the way, his name was Meyer.
Oh,
Was
you
my
knew that was coming, right?
he was my Oscar Meyer. Yeah. Well, the cat I had was named Dog. So,
You're just pulling out all the stops for the name, huh?
And Oscars like to eat live food, and so I would buy goldfish and feed them. Open the top of the tank and hold goldfish up and you'd come snatch them out of my fingers. And if I had a party, I'd buy some neon tetras and dump them in because they're so pretty as they get eaten. Yes, I've been warped all
Dinner
my
and a
life.
show.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, after the years of feed this fish learning how to feed that way, I then got this cat, and this cat was just fascinated by the fish. I would sit there and watch for hours, the thing just swimming around. And it finally figured out that it could jump to the top of the tank and figured out how to open the lid.
Oh my god.
It was just a partial lid about this big, and it would just open. And then it would reach down and try to get the fish, which of course it couldn't, because the fish just would go down, and because the cat was not trying to put its paw in the water. The cat did not like getting wet. But the fish thought that, gee, that looks like a piece of food. And one day, and I was so lucky to be able to be there and watch it happen. The Oscar just kind of looked up, and I could see that it's in feeding configuration, and it jumps up out of the water and grabs the cat's paw. And of course, it didn't come off, and so the fish let go and fell in. And that instant freaked the cat out so bad, it jumped up at least 4 or 5 feet from the top of the tank and never fucked with the tank again. Ever.
I need something like that happen.
Yeah. Because actually, how does she get up there?
Well, in animal training, Diane, you might be able to figure a way out. The dog trainers that I've worked with taught me that kind of event is what they describe as the hand of God when it comes to discipline or training an animal. Example, I had a German Shepherd who would like to dig in the yard. And you don't want that happening if you have a German Shepherd digging in the yard. And so one day I was out on my back porch, and Bosch went out and started digging in one of my flower gardens. And I had this quart of ice water in my hand.
Oh boy.
Bosch was not paying any attention to me. I threw it up in the air at the dog, and just the moment before it hit Bosch, I said no. It hit, and so the dog was absolutely instantly trained that no is terror. Okay, and it never dug again.
Making Pavlov proud.
Man.
So figure out an event like that with the cat, and you might be able to.
But Lavender, how does she get up to the? Does she jump on top of the tank or?
Yes. I have my printer next to the tank. It's a couple feet away, but she can jump up to the printer, and then from the printer she can jump up here. My problem is this is a tiny apartment, so she's within jumping distance from one thing to another, no matter where she is.
Something I've heard, but I really don't know about the efficacy of it. I've seen I heard of people putting tinfoil on top of things that they don't want the cat to jump on. So that way, when they try to jump on it, it makes the tinfoil crack noise.
I've heard that too.
Oh, okay.
And then they really don't like that, so they get away from it.
Like on the kitchen counters and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I've heard
have to
people
try
use
that.
Yeah. Careful though. I don't want a cat randomly flying across the room at you. That seems like that could be hazardous to your health.
Oh my, she's a good kitty. She's not always nice.
I've only ever had fish. I won her in a a little lottery thing, and it was was it an angelfish? Is that what they're called? It's one of the very long flowy kind of robes,
kind of diamond shaped.
Yeah, kind of. And obviously I had to name her Wanda. So unfortunately I only had Wanda for about a month or two before the building I'm in, it lost power for a while, and obviously the heater didn't work, so oops. And we didn't have Wanda was not with us after that, unfortunately, and that was the first and last fish I ever owned.
I have the opposite problem. It's not that difficult to keep this place warm. I mean, the first year I lived here, I didn't need to turn the furnace on at all. With a wrap, it was warm enough for me. It never got below 58. But in the summer, keeping it cool, I have central air, but I can't afford to run it. So, yeah, it's all sorts of fun keeping the fish cool to where I don't have bouillabaisse.
Fish broth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the translation.
Oh, okay. I am so sorry. Maybe Kate's right. Maybe she always gives me a problem where I think people know more than they actually do. Yeah, sorry about that.
Fish broth. That's funny. I like that.
Well, actually, I think you'd call it fish stock. It would be a better term, but
Yeah.
everybody knows broth, so.
Oh, okay, but okay. I see Junk Shop saying, and I guess I'll just have to do it when I say revenge. When you were speaking of your fish named Wanda.
Have you ever seen those angel fish
people
he
get
was just
my-
discussing? How big
I'm
they
glad
can
people are
get?
getting my reference. That was the entire basis for naming the fish that, so I could say, "Oh, I have a fish named Wanda."
Uh-huh.
And that actually reminds me, early at the very beginning, the first stream that had like, I know what Get Smart is. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm with it. You know. I've seen that. Oh god, I love Get Smart. So hilarious.
That film was the first one that made me fall in love with Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, I mean like the
okay,
series.
yeah.
Oh, there was a series?
The television set, that's where I first
television.
encountered Jamie Lee Curtis. What was that one? 8 is Enough?
Oh, that sounds familiar. That's a good
With Dick
show.
Van Patten and...
I don't know a single name of any one of the actors on that, but
she
my
was
god, I
on
loved
that?
it.
I had no idea. I would never watched it.
Ugh, you're missing out.
Akfu.
Missing out.
You know, I watch.
They've got 5 running gags, and boy, do they use them.
I watch reruns of. Oh fuck!
I didn't hear that program.
No, I can't remember.
That'd be an interesting program.
The Donna Reed show. Father Knows Best. You know that period of television.
Jeez, I remember the Donna Reed show the first time around. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I wanted her dresses so bad. They were beautiful. Anyways.
Go far.
Yeah, you watch that stuff now, and it was just so bad. You know, it's this writing is absolutely mindless.
Yes, absolutely.
Why does
said it like
everybody
it's a
watch
bad
this shit? It's just amazing.
I'm trying to remember what the neighbor character was all about. I can't remember his personality. The one played by Bob Crane.
Flanders?
You mean Hogan's Heroes or his early show, the Bob Crane show?
The Bob Crane who later went on to go to Hogan's Heroes was a character on the Donna Reed show.
No.
Yes.
No. Well, maybe a one-time shot, but not a regular.
Huh. I thought he was a regular.
No. Mm-mm. No, I was a major Donna Reed junkie, so I've watched every episode. He was not a regular. You know what I saw today? It was kind of on in the background as I was getting ready for the show with Purple. Was an old Adam 12, and you know who the guest star was on the show? It was Mark Harmon.
Oh Lord!
Looking all of maybe in his mid-20s or late 20s. Oh fuck! I felt so old.
You know what? I'm getting that impression, to be honest. And
He played a rookie cop who didn't seem to mind abusing prisoners and stuff.
oh, perfect.
Oh, so you would have been right at home in Minneapolis. Okay.
Or in pretty much any major city.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I only picked Minneapolis because
You know,
George, whatever. What the heck was his last name?
Foreman.
He was the first kid.
No,
Pardon me?
George Floyd.
Floyd, that's it. Was the first person to come to my mind.
I say, my only question is, we have Minneapolis. Where's Largerapolis?
Uh-huh.
That's all I want to know. But where are the answers, Obama? All right, thank you. I'll be here all night. You guys, we're just past the halfway point.
Well,
I feel like I should know this. I should ask this out of, for planning purposes. Am I going to lose either of you over the next hour and a half or so?
Well, I'm going to go into the little girl's room, but other than that, not really.
I meant more of a systemic leaving of the.
Not that I can think of.
I appreciate the company. I'm not good at rambling on by myself, so I appreciate the help.
Oh,
well, now let's see. What component are you assembling right now? Is that one of the?
This is the probably.
Looks like a
I think
superstructure.
this is like the main body of pretty sure it's like this. Pretty much, the actual like main arm bit that travels across the whole thing.
Ah, okay.
So then after that is probably. Also, you should note I'm on page 69. Nice. So let's see. Yeah, then next, this is the main arm bit, and then next is like the big, like bulky bit at the back, and then after that it's onto the solar panel arms.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can't get this done in the next. Ooh.
I really want to get back into model building.
Does this count as model building?
Well, kinda.
I mean, I do like honestly, this is like the first Lego I've built in a while. Honestly, because I just have a couple like sitting in the corner. And I figured, this stream might be a good opportunity to get back into it a little bit.
I guess it is because model building, as I think of it, as how I was raised with it in the 50s and 60s, is a bunch of plastic pieces that you follow instructions and put them together in the right order.
Fair enough, I guess. It never really occurred to me.
That type of modeling is far more detailed and accurate than Legos. That's all.
I noticed that isn't as popular now as it was, say, 50 years ago.
Oh no, plastic modeling is like zero. There's every quality model or hobby shop in Milwaukee went out of business in my lifetime. And it used to be something that was you'd go into a hobby shop on a weekend and it was just packed. When I was a little kid, and by the time I was an adult, they were almost all out of business.
And then the hobby shop that I used to frequent, the other thing to get there would be model airplanes. The balsa flying model airplanes.
You can't buy a good quality balsa model airplane to save your soul today. The only people who are making them actively is Gilios. And they're fucking expensive as hell. They're $100 now. Mm-hmm. And people who have some that, little Johnny bought in 1965 and never put together are going for $500-600 unassembled. It's just incredible. Everything nowadays is made out of styrofoam.
It makes me so sad that stuff has gone. Yeah. I don't know why. What is it that there's no interest? Is it that you cannot get the dope and the glue and the other stuff?
No,
because
you can still get all that stuff. You can still buy the balsa. What's happening a lot now is you go on eBay and you find people who are reproducing the original instructions and blueprints for the model. And so what you lose is the models used to come with a sheet of balsa, and all the parts were printed onto the balsa for you to cut out. Now you have to cut them out actually based on the blueprint drawing. You have to make your own templates and stuff, and so it's much more complex to do, but it's still the same basic process.
I have a big respect for people who do that sort of thing, mainly because it is something which is, especially now compared to before, is something so difficult. So people who still go through with it is, I think it's something very impressive.
Well, I gave it up as something. Well, you do that when you're a kid, and I gave it up as I was no longer a kid. And then after I transitioned, it was just something that girls don't do and things. And then I got a job at Walther's Model Train Company in the publishing department, doing their catalog, and I got to know all these modelers, these model train junkies.
Yeah,
and
that's
although I'm not interested in model trains, I am in deep admiration of these people and their hobby. They are so talented and so good at what they do.
Oh yeah,
it's just amazing. I mean, these guys, they go and they buy this little HO passenger car from some 1800s railway, and it's this big. And they will open the box and bring it out, and they will count the number of rivets on the model to see if it corresponds to the real thing. and then destroy a manufacturer because they were off a couple of rivets, or they got something in a place that is supposed to be 6 inches away from there. It's like, good Lord, these people. But they're insane about it and very driven. And the skill level for the people who are the true kit bashers that can build something out of nothing, and airbrushers and the people who can build dioramas. I learned a lot about doing that stuff. I used to build some of the dioramas to photograph product in the catalog and all that kind of stuff. So it was a job, but it was cool, one of the coolest jobs I've ever had. Kind of sorry it ended. But Walther's too used to be this huge company that had a like a 50,000-60,000 square foot warehouse that was just constantly shipping and stuff, and sales had just been falling off for decades. The hobby was in danger of disappearing. I don't know its current status, but we used to do a 1,000-page catalog once a year with all the product and stuff. But while I was there, my interest has always been with space stuff, not trains. Although I learned so much about trains too. I can tell you what kind of boxcar that is and all these mindless things.
As a great man once said, I like trains.
When I was a kid, there was this model that my brother got. It was the Atlas Mercury model, okay, and it was made by Revell company.
The one with Launch Complex 14.
Yes, and it was.
I have two of those.
It was a one. I can't say this right.
You're so close.
Like there's a 1/48. This is a 1/10, 110th, 110. Okay, 1 to 110. Okay.
Yeah.
And which is a very unusual size. Nobody has ever built anything in that size except Revell in this particular model. Well, I was always fascinated by that model when I was a kid. And then as an adult, I started to learn things about Launch Complex 14, its history and all this kind of stuff. And with Google and stuff and computers, I was able to start finding old satellite pictures of Launch Complex 14 from the air. And started noticing, that this model is actually fairly accurate for the launch complex where the rocket would actually mount and launch. It was reduced in length because it would just be this very ungainly model for a kid to put together. But I began to realize that if you bought a couple of these kits, you could get enough parts to kit bash and to make a fairly accurate launch complex. And then I went even crazier as I got some actual dimensions of the real thing, and drew out on the computer to scale what would the whole launch complex be like at that 1 to 110th scale. And it would be about 14 feet in diameter. And so I started building one. And then other things came up in my life, and I had to get rid of the project. But
so you certainly need to find. That's certainly the sort of project that you need to have a good space to work in.
Oh yeah, I owned my own home at the time.
My God,
I had my own home at the time, and I had a space, the basement, where I could do something like that. But other shit happened, and I had to stop doing that. But it was
the one I always wanted when I was younger, and I was around 20 when this thing was available, was the Saturn V crawler and LUT.
Yes, and that
the crawler, like the giant.
Not the crawler, but the Saturn V is still available. The Revell was that Monogram? I think that was Monogram. It was a 196 scale model, and which made the rocket about 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I had one of those when I was a kid, and figured that, okay, well, why can't I hog out the guts of this model and put in some of those real Estes rocket motors, like 3 of them, and launch the fucker?
You didn't have to. You could get a Saturn V from Estes.
Well, but it wasn't as big and beautiful as the Monogram model.
I should say though, the size of that's about the same as what the one I've got here is made of Lego, of course.
Yeah, and
the size is about the same.
And I already had the Monogram model, so I did it and built this little 3-engine cluster thing and put it in the thing and launched it, and it was so fucking heavy that it's shaking at the bottom, and the rockets are firing, which then they only ran for like 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. And it just slowly started rising off the ground, got to about 7 feet, and the parachute pops out.
Man.
It was well, okay, I guess I should have thought this one up better.
The thing, though, with the launch utility tower is the kit cost, and I remember this, it cost $75 in 1980. And I didn't have $75 for this kit. And I was so disappointed. Because $1980 was a big piece of change. But I had the Saturn V in scale. It was a Revell Saturn V, as a matter of fact. And I just would have loved to have had the whole thing. Never was able to, but I did see the model that the Smithsonian has, Air and Space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that model.
Yeah, huh? Oh God! That even the lights on the swing arms that this guy put on there. He scratch built the sucker.
I used to be on a group on Yahoo, and it was a model builders group. And most of the people on it were professional who worked at museums and built museum models. And what I learned from these guys was just so valuable. And then they would take their model and they would set up a space background and light it, with a single light, because that's all you got in space. And they would do it in such a way that it looked like an actual photograph from NASA, but you couldn't tell it was fake. It was just,
don't you know that's how NASA fakes it.
Well, yeah,
it's get really good modelers.
That's always in the back of my mind when these idiots say it's CGI. No, it's fucking model, you idiot. Oh, these flat earthers, God Almighty.
Actually, that makes me sad. It reminds me, I was kicked out of I was in a flat Earth Discord server run by, Quantum Eraser, Nathan Oakley, and that whole gang. I'm not sure if you were how familiar you are, but I got kicked out of that. Not because I broke any rules, mind you. Upon one of my friends messaging the moderator who kicked me out, his response was, and I'm quoting here, "It just seemed like the right thing to do." So,
Oh well.
To kick
but
you
it's
out?
like I can't argue with that. That's just common sense, isn't it? If I'm a little bit salty about that, but honestly, not that salty.
Well, I would love to get the other thing from kiddom that I've always wanted to do is get into radio
Take care,
controlled
Von Rick.
airplanes, and learn on how to fly those suckers.
Wait a minute. Which airplanes? The remote
radio
control or the
radio
control
control.
line?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, radio control.
Okay then.
And I would want to build a lot of classics. The one that I'm just dying to build is the Horton 229. If anybody knows what that is, that was Germany's.
But can it hear a who?
It was the plane that Germany came out with at the end of World War II that never actually saw combat. It was the first flying wing.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Well, the
That's
thing
kind of
actually flew. It wasn't just they built a couple and nothing happened. The model flies like a fucking champ, and you can actually nowadays in radio control you can buy actual jet engines to scale. Did you know that?
Yes.
And you could also do a thing which is much more affordable, ducted fan. You put a couple of ducted fans in this model, and it goes like 90, 100 miles an hour or something like that. It just it's amazing. There's this one company in where are they? Indiana, Ohio. I think Ohio.
Those are basically the same thing.
By the name of Flight Test, FLITE Test, and they put out a line of radio control models that are built out of foam core board, 1/4-inch thick foam core board. They've learned various techniques for manipulating it, cutting it, bending it, gluing it, that you can build a functional flying airplane that looks certainly not exactly like a real one, but build a P-38 or a P-51 or something like that. It's all in their original days. All these models use square sides because they didn't know how to shape the roundness of the foam. Now they figure out how to shape the roundness of the foam, and the models are much more accurate. But you can go to dollar store, buy $2 worth of foam, and build yourself a radio control plane.
Moo.
Yeah. Of course, the radios and stuff are still several $100s, but
I was going to say, yeah, the electronics.
yeah, but the plane is dirt cheap. I'd like to build those. Those look like fun.
The one I wanted to build when I was young, and I never got the chance, was the VOT V173, the flying pancake.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah, that's amazing how that damn thing was able to stay in the air.
They actually found and restored that damn thing. That is in a museum somewhere.
I don't remember who's got it, but I think there's only one left, right?
Something like that, yeah. Well, shit, there's only 8 P-38s in the world left.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sad. And Lockheed will not let the blueprints out. They won't let anybody else build a P-38.
Oh, my. Now, the one I want, and of course I could never afford it, and I don't have a pilot's license, so I couldn't fly it.
Aside from that insignificant little detail.
Yeah, but I want a Mustang. I want a P-51.
If you build it yourself, you automatically have a pilot's license. Oh, no. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You automatically have an aircraft maintenance license.
Moof beef.
That's way different. People build 1/3 scale warbirds.
1/3 scale. Fuck that. I want a full scale warbird with the machine guns and the 20mm cannons.
Yeah, well, we could
That's that pushy shit that you need to build it at 2 times scale, so it's twice as big as the original.
There you go.
All of us in the chat and on the panel combined could not afford 15 minutes worth of gas for that thing.
Well, it'd be a really good 15 minutes, though.
God.
It's a lot of time when you think about it.
There's Mustangs everywhere, man.
Oh yeah, I mean that is the best maintained aircraft of World War II.
It's the P-52 Mustang, right?
T-51.
P-51, okay.
T-51D was the most common model in World War II, although although the G eventually got all the way up to G.
Okay,
the one I did see.
Aircraft are not my forte.
At the Air Force Museum, I did see which I forget its designation, but it's the one that was built out of two Mustangs.
That would be the P-82, I believe was its number, and it's not actually two Mustangs. People always assume that because it looks just like a Mustang. They share almost zero parts with each other. They're completely different vehicles. They just look like they're the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the twin.
It's the North American F-82. Yeah,
it's called the Twin Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know I knew all this junk, did you? Mindless trivia. I got it.
You thought I was an idiot, but no, I'm an idiot with also a vast cache of oddly specific knowledge.
Well, completely useless knowledge.
Useless too. Useless and oddly specific, the best kind of knowledge.
Daprożnie. What we got over here on the thing?
Oh, Gesundheit.
Yes. Or they say yes. That's what they says.
Oh, is that right?
Oh my.
Hmm?
Oh, GeoSam says he built a MiG-29, a Revell model of a.
If I knew what that was, I'd probably be impressed.
One of the Russian fighters.
MiG-29 was a very high-end, extremely competent Russian fighter. Russians and airplanes go way back.
Oh, no, fuck.
Oh, yes.
Russians really know their shit when it comes to flight. World War II, the Yakolev. Uh-oh. Are we crashing out of here?
But I was so lucky. I've actually seen a B-17 in flight.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my ex lived near the Allegheny County Airport. They would have an air show every year. And a guy would fly his B-17 in, and for some crazy amount of money, you could actually go up in a B-17.
It's $400, and it's put on by the Confederate Air Force.
Thank you. They
fly their model out of Texas.
Yeah, and it would loop right over our house.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, that's a pretty aircraft.
Incredible sound, isn't it?
Say again?
Incredible sound, those old piston motor planes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
One of the things in scale today is there's a couple of companies who are building miniaturized radial motors, like you typically found in things like the Corsair, and that sort of thing. And when they build these things to scale, and they put them in these models where they'll have like a wingspan of 10, 15 feet, so they're not kid stuff, and they send them up, they sound exactly like the real thing. It is like just jaw dropping. It's so gorgeous of sound. It's wow. It's something. But these engines, they start at like $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys put them into these model planes and then crash the fuckers.
That's one of the things that always frightened me about the RC aircraft, because I was afraid to learn how to fly them. It costs so much to buy them or to build them. and then you crash the mother, and it's all over. You've lost that investment, you know?
Well, see, that's one of the neat things about this new company, this Flight Test, is building the shit out of this cheap ass styrofoam. You could have a kid who's into this, and you could, okay, yeah, here's another $20 to build another 4 or 5 airplanes, because the electronics can pass from the crashed one to the new one.
Mm-hmm.
And so it costs so little that the hobby is taking a new turn. That it's getting popular again slowly, but it seems to be getting popular again. But within that, then there's still people who are building some fairly sophisticated scratch builds and stuff, which you hope that the kids who are doing the styrofoams today will advance and start doing scratch building and really learn some skills that it takes to do those. That's my thing about modeling. Why I think it's a good thing. I wish kids would get more involved in it. It makes you so much more capable of an adult being able to do things with your hands and to think through mechanical problems and that sort of stuff. It's
Oh yeah.
It just makes us so much richer human being, even if you don't continue it as an adult.
Do they even have shop class in schools anymore?
I don't know. I suspect it's fairly rare. I don't even know if they have home ec in schools anymore.
There's the one I wanted, and I was never able, of course. I wanted to take home ec course as well as a shop course, but the boys just didn't do the home ec,
Yeah, my mom wouldn't and dad wouldn't let me take home ec. I wanted to.
Yeah, the female slimy bastard yelled at me enough when I wanted to take a second language. Because I took German when I was in high school. I also wanted to take French. And it's, well, what are you already taking language? Fuck you, lady. But, oh well, what are you going to do? Oh, wow. Yay. Enter says my mom took shop class.
Very cool. Very cool for someone her generation to do that. It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
I've got to switch devices again. My battery is going flat.
Are you using devices?
Yes, I am.
I did not. Did I say you were allowed to use devices?
Sorry. It's the only way I can do this.
Yeah, I really wished I could have. Now, I've heard the story that growing up, John Glenn was able to take a home economics course and dearly loved it. I remember reading that in one of his biographies. It was something learning how to repair clothing. It was, make the tear wide, make it long, and close the door to the hall.
Oh, I love hearing the little meows from just off screen.
Meow.
Yeah, it's very pleasing. It's very pleasing.
Damn cat. That's one of her names. Is damn cat.
Is that right?
And the darn thing is, I was once had by a DC, but he was Danger Cat. So it's unfortunate that I couldn't transfer. I couldn't hand that name over to Sylvia. But she is Sylvia because I found her in a forested area.
Oh man, why I fucked this up? Shit. Oops.
Did you break it?
I didn't break. I just built something wrong because they have these. I was supposed to use this piece. Oh, wait, I need to put it in camera. I'm supposed to use this piece, because it's like it has these little holes in it. And instead, I used one with the holes. I put them underneath these little wings, and they're supposed to go on the sides. So I need to take this apart a little bit. Whoopsie.
Oh, Hill. Jenny says, "Hey, you got to bring me back into the show.
sorry.
I'm in chat."
There you go.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi.
Is I know Purple mentioned at one point. Do you think Stool will be joining us?
I don't know.
Oh, Stool is always up for joining, isn't he, Stool?
Oh, if he's here, or actually, if she. I genuinely have no idea. I've never met him. God.
Oh, he's a dick.
Oh, okay. Well.
He's a good dick.
Oh. Well, I feel like all of my confusion has very suddenly been cleared up, possibly with far more detail than I ever wanted.
Yeah, if you hang around these chats at all and Stool is in them, you'll hear Stool describing everybody as, "Oh, he's a dick," you know,
Or a cunt.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It's nice to get some variety in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he hates me.
The perfect combination.
Sylvia derives from the Latin for forest, which is also where Pennsylvania gets its name, Penn's Woods.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
As in William Penn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mr. Pennsylvania himself.
And of course, Pennsylvania is the land of trans.
The Latin
or transgender woods. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. The Latin
transvestite Transylvania, sweet transvestite Transylvanian, right? That's
there you go, Tim Curry. The Latin for forest is silva.
Ding 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 ding. I took Latin. I knew that.
That's one thing that I
turning into a what's it called? It was.
Yeah, Julie.
Like those videos where like people they whisper ASMR. That's what it is. This is turning into an ASMR stream.
Oh, hello.
Moo.
Take that great.
Now that's one thing I still would like to learn.
Pick up the
I don't know if I've got 2 years left or 2 weeks, but I'd still love to learn how to make my own clothing. Julie says by the time I was in school, home ec classes were no longer offered. Basic sewing is a good life skill. Yes, it is. Give me a little time to practice. I could probably still darn a sock. Bobka taught me how to darn socks. She taught me a whole hell of a lot.
I guess actually, the other day, actually, someone lent me it, and I had my first experience using a sewing machine, and that was something. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I see the sewing machines at Walmart and everything else, and I think I'd like to buy one, like to take sewing classes. But number one, where do I put the sewing machine in here?
Actually, I put it right here where I'm now doing this Lego.
And then, how do I get to the sewing classes? I mentioned earlier, I don't own a motor vehicle.
Good luck finding sewing classes.
There are some within 10 miles of me.
Are they?
I've looked. I don't know how much it costs.
I've been looking for months and can't find any.
Yeah, for example, there's a Joanne Fabric around here. You remember those people?
Sure.
They they advertised.
How is Joanne these days? How is she doing?
Well, she's apparently a bitch because she doesn't have sewing classes in my area.
I used to go to a Joanne Fabric in Monroeville to get stuff for my counted cross stitch. But it's been a while since I've been there.
I don't know. Oh Jesus! I almost learned how to cross stitch, and then I decided not to. Fuck! Everything's falling apart.
Yeah. I've got to pick up the thing again. I started a cross stitch project. Do you know the?
Which was cross stitch again? Is I'm guessing it's the one where you go across. But I only know the one where it's literally just like, just simple like. Hold on, let me get the camera. It's like just a simple like, and just do that over and over again.
The X's, yeah.
No, X is just Okay, that's cross stitch. Yeah, what's the one I'm thinking of? A running stitch is the one I'm thinking of.
Embroidery.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Actually, I tried
Embroidery.
to do a running stitch, and it took me hours just to make like a
Needlepoint.
single bit of fabric.
I used to do
Needlepoint, I still haven't got the I haven't got the hang of needlepoint.
I stabbed myself a minimal amount of times, which made me pretty proud, to be honest.
I used to needlepoint my or do running stitches, embroidery in my jeans as I wore them.
Okay.
Okay.
One thing I do now,
Very good, to be
I pick
honest.
it up again. I started it. I started it about the time I got my passport, which would have been 4 years ago. Do you know the painting, the Great Wave Off? There's Fuji in the background, and it's a tsunami with the boats going all over the place. By
Nope.
oh my! I'm gonna have to look for this thing. Great Wave Off Kanagawa. Okay, and here we go. Now, if I'm able to put this up, let's find out if I can. Okay, Charles Iscaen, and we are going to wait a minute. Okay, select window or screen.
Are you trying to?
What the heck is going on here? This is not doing what I wanted to do. Why is it not doing what I wanted to do? I'm going to try something and see if it works.
Oh, good luck.
The entire screen we're going to allow, and then I'm going to go over here. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I have a thing where I can add to. There we go.
Yep.
That painting, I'm doing in counted cross stitch.
Oh, I love that one.
Something on the line of 42,000 stitches.
Oh my god. You
Yeah.
have fun doing that.
It's going to take years to do this.
Yes.
How big of an image?
Let's see. I think it's about 18 by 10
18 by 10 what?
inches.
Okay.
Okay, let me drop this the heck out of here. And then where is the foo-foo-ness? Okay, there's the foo-foo-ness. Okay, stop screen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But I bit off quite a lot when I was doing that. I may or may not live long enough to finish it.
I believe in you.
That's even without the kidney disease. So, you know. Oh, my.
So, are you two averse to sleep or something? Or are you going to try and stay up for like the whole...
Oh, I'm certainly not going to try to stay up for the whole
Okay, good.
thing. But
Please.
No,
please
that's my thing.
Oh, okay.
I was asleep into the afternoon. I woke up maybe a couple hours before this thing started. So I'll be able to go, I may have to get some sleep after my shift.
Yeah, because it's purple and then, hold on, I can pull up the schedule actually. So is it purple and then you?
Well, I'm on at 11 Eastern, so that's, okay, I'm on in not quite 11 hours.
Oh, geez, yeah. I'm looking at the thing now because it's purple again, and then
Notjaw's on sometime around here too, isn't it?
Nacho Man right after, right?
No,
Nacho.
There's somebody between Nacho and Perp.
Not according to this. It says according to this schedule, it's me, Purple, Nacho Man, and then a bunch of people I don't know, and then you, Lavender. It's weird because I actually don't know most of the people on this list. To be honest, I only kind of know Purple, to be honest, and that's only through movie night, and not very often through movie night. So it's just. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, the only one I really know who actually has a slot later is you, Lavender.
Okay,
So,
then. Okay. I'm trying to remember if.
okay. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, you're right.
I don't have the schedule in front of me. Junk Shop and Julie are on after.
Put in chat if they're useful.
Right?
After you was who, sorry? You said? Before after?
Well, let me think about this now. I know it's not directly after me, but I think Junk Shop and Julie are on sometime after I am.
Oh, God. Let's see. After you, it's TMI.
Okay, that's Linda.
Yeah, and then God, I can't even read that. Who is it?
Then Junkyard.
You're on after Linda. Okay, fine.
Junkyard and Julie.
Yeah. The calendar says less merry, more smite, and then wine and reason.
And then Will and Jen.
Mm.
And then I have no idea who was from 7 to 8.
Okay, so wait a minute now. This is the actual who just said greetings, sentient beings.
Actually, sorry, Lavender, can you say it again?
This is the actual purple who just said greetings, sentient beings?
Yeah.
Yes, that was the actual one.
Yay! Hope you had a little good
maybe
little
not
nap.
quite as yay. Still got, what is that, 45 minutes or so, for which they, wouldn't be bad for them to get some shut-eye.
What I need to do is steal away for a 10 minutes and go make myself some ramen noodles.
Oh my God, I'm insulted.
I haven't eaten today.
You should do that.
Yeah.
I've been told that apparently if you don't eat,
my nails are done.
Hey, that's something.
Well, I have to do a clear coat yet, but I usually wait 24 hours.
I tell you what, I haven't
off
eaten
gases
for a long time, and I miss it.
Well, I want to see.
Oh, you want to see? I'm sorry.
I want to see. Ooh, very nice. Very Hold on, I need to pull up this thesaurus. Crimson. There we go. That's a good word.
Crimson.
I don't know how you could manage to keep those nails together. Mine keep breaking on me.
This hand is doing much better than this hand. These two, on my left hand keep breaking, and I'm just not able to get these two out. My other problem is on this one. I damaged the nail bed years ago when I hit it with a hammer. And it splits when it gets out to the end. A split develops, and it breaks off.
I know that feeling.
And so, if I ever want that one properly long, I'm probably gonna have to do an acrylic on it, which I really don't want to do.
Yeah. I shouldn't say my nails break; they tear. And the other thing they do is, I don't know if there's a term for it, and I call it delaminate, where the nail appears to be made of layers, and the layers peel off.
Yeah, well, nails are made of layers, and
like an ogre.
You might want to find some kind of keratin supplement. And see if that helps. There's also
I need all the help I can get, and you already know that.
If you do a cuticle oil, that may also help. That can absorb into the nail and make it a little bit more pliable, less likely to snap. This time of year is really hard to grow nails because they get cold enough that they just explode. They get so brittle.
Moo.
And I hate it when it busts and you can feel it all the way up your arm.
Oh, actually, I haven't said it yet, but Lavender, I like your sweater.
Oh, thank you.
Very
I found this.
festive.
I found it last year at Squalmart, and they said I just have to have this.
Oh yeah, that's a keeper right there.
Oh, and
Oh,
I used to have one of those elf hats that was in black, and across the thing it said humbug. I might have got rid of that one. I'm not sure.
I hope not.
But
That's a classic right there.
there you are. Yeah, it's a couple of people on Twitter have said that they want picture of me in this thing. I was looking for it and I couldn't remember where I had put it. So, 3 or 4 days I'm looking for this damn thing. But I found the box that it was in, and now I'll take some pictures.
Hold on. Are you telling me people on Twitter are soliciting? They're soliciting pictures from you?
Yeah.
Oh, if you got that happening, that's time to open up an OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
OnlyFans,
They
but it's
want
just
pictures?
lavender in different sweaters.
They want pictures of Diana? For what purpose?
I don't know. It's got to be some sort of
It's gotta be nefarious.
salacious thing or something. I don't know.
Of course.
If you've appeared on YouTube more than twice, somebody has jacked off to you.
Yep.
Oh, stop it.
And this is the thing that I think of that, and I think of somebody masturbating to me, and it's just cringy, man. It's just like, you wouldn't want to masturbate to me. What are you talking about?
I don't want to hear that.
Can you define appear? Because technically, this is the most I like. My hands. This is the most I've ever appeared on YouTube, or I suppose in
Well,
for the
nobody's
record.
gonna masturbate to your hands, okay?
Oh God, please no. Oh, you're like I lathered them up for you. You're like, here, hold on.
It is a fetish, actually.
You like that, huh, YouTube? Don't get in the hole. Ugh. Won't get in
Well,
the
one
hole.
of these days on movie night, you have to let us. Before we go on, you have to let us see what you actually look like, honey.
I've done it a few times, when we're off air, I think. Not very often. Well, that sounds like probably months ago, I guess. Fuck.
I like what Titan Uranus put there when I came in. It's okay if they break the internet. I have it memorized.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we're gonna need you, tighter Uranus or whatever it is. We're gonna need you to, rebuild the internet after it crashes in the next, presumably, 20 minutes. Come on. God damn.
Yeah. One thing I didn't account for is how to do the trade-off.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, he's running under my StreamYard account, so I'm not sure if I can log in and start the next stream while this stream is still running.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So it could be, I'll just, I'll end mine 5 minutes earlier so you can give you a chance to log on. Because I don't want to.
We may wind up having a gap. I'll try it when it gets close to the time, but we may wind up having a couple of minutes off.
Yeah, I don't want to keep your account hostage. Although if you want to pay me to get it back, I wouldn't be adverse to that. I'll
I'm guessing what's most likely to happen is when I try to log in to start the other stream, it'll probably shut this one down.
But all I'm saying is that bribery is not acceptable, except if it's towards me, in which case, go for it.
Well, get more.
It wouldn't hurt to try,
Well, when do you come on? In about 40 minutes, Perp?
Yeah.
I think I think I should take my time now and go get some ramen noodles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get Morton.
Go get yourself something.
Go get your noodles.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.
See you in a bit.
I'll leave this on so I can hear and stuff.
I'm trying to remember what was it. There was a famous court case where this one guy was convicted of accepting a bribe, but the guy who was supposed to have paid the bribe was acquitted.
Okay, then the law is strange.
Yeah.
Well, the one I remember that really bent my mind into all sorts of pretzel shapes was the case of a young lady, a minor girl, who was convicted of both providing and accepting child pornography when she posted nude pictures of herself.
Interesting. Yep. That is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're both the perpetrator and the victim, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you bug.
Ugh. Okay, I know my fingers are really gonna. The next 2 days, I'm not gonna be able to feel the ends of my fingers from like pushing all these Lego bits together.
Yeah, I know that sensation.
Oy, oy. Excuse me. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Now, I've heard stories from guitarists about when they were getting started. Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy I knew broke his arm and he couldn't play for, like 2 months, and it was like starting all over again.
Yeah.
And when he's playing, he's in tears because it hurts so fucking much.
Yep. That's how it be sometimes.
Oh my.
How's chat? Am I doing fine? Oh, thanks, Julie. That's nice of you to say. If you want to bribe me, I'd be fine with that. I'm very progressive when it comes to taking bribes. I'll take bribes from anyone, no matter who they are.
Okay, so wait a minute. You say you're very progressive about it, so the bribes you take become progressively greater?
Oh, I see what you did there. God, I hate when I can't find a particular piece. It really grinds my gears. Is it just not here?
Wait a minute.
Fuck.
Titan Uranus says there was one case of a young black man stealing a purse. DA accepted over a dozen plea deals, all from people he knew for a fact had not committed the crime. Over a dozen young men ended up with permanent felony records from that. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Okay, well, I am trying to linkify the description here. So, who else did you have in the stream?
Oh God, that's a question, isn't it? We had a bunch of people to start, and then we kind of lost a bunch of people as we went. Let's see, we had God, what's her name? Oh, I'm forgetting it now. I know, I hate myself. Just I need help. Just someone. What's her name?
You've got
Danish woman.
He asks.
Oh, she in Danish?
Yep.
Yeah, Linda was here.
Just Linda, that's what it was.
Oh,
we had Sam.
Was the poly person here?
I don't think so.
GeoSam?
Not GeoSam, the other Sam.
Yeah,
Sam.
Yeah,
the one with the snake.
Yeah, I keep doing that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, B was here. Right?
Okay. Well, hold on. Now you're getting ahead of me. It takes me a while to find this.
Now, do we just have one B, or were there two Bs?
No, there was not to be.
Oh, okay. I see.
I know, that's bad enough.
George. G. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed B. I don't get to interact
with
them very much at all.
Yay! We have been Robert X'd.
We've what, sorry?
Robert X is here. Yay!
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but yay.
Oh,
Oopsie.
B. Okay.
That's not right. There we go.
Oh,
B has been
okay. What do we
her
have
hand.
here? Julie says, yeah, Linda,
Chat
B,
helping.
me, Jenny.
There we go. No, just B has gone by several variants on the handle, so I just wasn't sure on the link list what I was going to find her under.
Oh,
Amiga Nuts provides the list of all the links for me.
yeah, as you say, he's got to have some sort of automatic shilling script going.
Oh, if you don't, I'm not sure if I have a link, but if you don't mind, linking to my Twitter wouldn't go amiss, since I don't really.
Yep,
Obviously, I'm on your.
I have your Twitter in there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're not in Amiga's list yet.
I do occasionally do the tweeter, as they say.
Yeah, I went to Twitter and I got your.
Oh, thank you.
Your homepage on Twitter.
Am I following you, Hillel?
Probably. I'm very popular. I'm following.
Are you there as Hill?
Oh yeah, I'm also in the the SciStrike and other such.
Okay, so is there anyone else that you had in
there
here?
There are many other people, but narrow the field a little bit.
Okay, well, I suppose tomorrow I can go back and add anybody that we've missed.
All right, thanks.
I can look at the stream tomorrow.
Yes, he's following you, but you're not following me, you horrible person.
I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll amend that once we're
I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, I see that.
Now I feel like a bad person. See, maybe a little bribery would that would help. Sweeten the deal.
There you go. There you go.
I'm on brand.
Following you, Dick Dawson's following you. And while we're here, we might as well see if. Oh, I see. Okay, we got all kinds of og stuff and foo stuff and boo stuff and goo stuff and.
What are you saying? Sorry. You have.
All Hallows Night mentioned that she missed seeing me on the last shift, and I guess we're chasing each other around, trying to find me on the live stream.
I do like calling it a shift.
Yeah,
it's right. It's right. It's all.
Move beef.
Oh, what did this just mess up?
No, I don't know what I'm saying. No. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, well, You say it well, that's all that matters. There we go.
Oh, my. I don't know. I don't know here. Am I starting to run out of gas? I don't want that.
Might have to do something awful, like go to sleep.
I might have to. This is not good. See, I was hoping that I could stay up at least until my shift, but...
Maybe, if it's the case, I'd probably take at least a little nap before your shift. So make sure set some alarms, though.
What do you think I am, a carpet?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Oh, crap.
Some of my best friends are carpets.
There you go.
I had a friend, and he would sleep like, he slept, but, it looked like he was dead because, he's just face down on the bed, just laying there. You can't really tell if he's breathing, so it just kind of looks like, it looks like a mummy that someone's turned over.
I'll tell you, the scariest thing in the world, Medetko. Detko is Gramps in Slovak, would sleep with his eyes open.
Oh, wow, that's something.
And if you happen to pass by an open door to the bedroom while he was asleep, sometimes you got scared. You thought
Yeah,
he
I
was
can
dead.
imagine that'd be a bit. That's a bit intense. I've never met anyone who does that.
My uncle almost got kicked out of boot camp for it.
Oh, really?
Because the doctor had to actually verify that his eyelids are too short, that his eyes cannot completely close.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
That's quite the reason.
Yeah, so even when he's asleep, they're just open a little crack.
Yeah.
I tell you, dry eyes must have been a hell of a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I'm running into lately. Dry eyes come along with kidney disease, and when you see me going at my eyes all the time like this, they're actually rather sticky, and I'm pulling the eyelids open because it feels like crap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I may have to actually spring for some eye drops.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Well, I have very dry eyes, so I get that a lot. I have to use the eye drops like 6 or 8 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad I don't have to, because genuinely, eye drops, they freak me out. I don't like stuff going too near my eyes, to be honest.
Yeah, if you have to do it, you get used to it.
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
I used to wear contact lenses, so that was not as bad going at the eyes, but that's a long time ago. I can't wear the new polymers. The polymers stick to my fingers instead of my eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah, my eyes are so dry I can't wear contacts at all because the lenses will dry out and fall out of my eyes. And it happened while I was driving a couple of times, so no, we're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, no. Big no.
I actually lost one lens while I was driving, and let me tell you, it was work to pay attention to the eye that had the lens in it so I could drive home. Yeah, it's, like ignore the field of view of the other eye and just concentrate on the one that was good. Because my vision was horrible. It still is. I'm horribly nearsighted.
When I had my cataracts done, we'll only do one eye at a time. Because they can kill your eye. So you end up where they can't correct. You can't get new glasses after the cataract because you're going to have another one done.
Yeah.
Because they don't like to do just one lens. And so you end up being without glasses or being able to see correctly for me, it was about 5 weeks. But you could only see out of one eye sharply because they hadn't done that cataract yet.
Okay, then.
They let you recover from the first one, then like 2 weeks, and then they do the second one. And then that one's bad. But the other one is healed, and with the lens that they put in, I was actually able to go from 2400 to 2080. And so I felt such a dramatic difference. I felt I could drive without my glasses, which was the weirdest fucking trip. I've worn glasses since I was in 5th grade. The drive without glasses, are you kidding me? It was like scary.
Oh my.
There's the problem.
And maybe if Jess has something where we do some sort of movie night thing nearer to New Year's, I'll turn on my camera off stream so I can show you all my glasses. Since they're kind of, because of the way they are in the case, one side is a bit higher than the other, so they're a bit off kilter. But I think it makes me look cute. So it's a marketing tactic. It
sounds like a nerd thing.
A what thing?
A nerd thing.
Oh, it's a nerd thing. Yeah. But, chicks are into nerds, so
Mine tend to sit crooked because one ear's higher than the other.
So I'm pretty sure my ears are at the same height. It's just that the way they are in the case, it makes it, it kind of stretches them in a weird way.
Yeah, well, I have a problem with that because it's like anytime I get new glasses or get them adjusted, they always get them so they sit flat on the table.
Yes.
And if they sit flat on the table, then they don't sit level on my face.
And they're looking at you with, whose template did they build your head to? Yeah.
It's actually not that uncommon. Everybody's face tends to be slightly asymmetrical.
Yep.
Mine's just, it's exaggerated a bit more.
Take a portrait of somebody. When I worked in photography, one of our customers was Miss Wisconsin, who eventually became Miss America. And she was in the studio, and we were doing photographs and doing all the printing and stuff. And I noticed, hey, she's got one eye that's freaky. And sure enough, if you took a piece of paper and you put it down on just one half of her face, one eye looked perfectly gorgeous, and the other one you put back, and it's like, but because of how we think and see and perceive, you didn't really notice that she had one eye that was kind of freaky.
Well, what's even weirder is this is something people pick up on a subconscious level as being normal.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if they take a photograph of somebody and they split it down the middle and they do a mirror image,
oh yeah,
people will respond badly to it because it will look artificial to them. They won't know they won't understand what's wrong, but they will tend to have very defensive responses to it.
That's interesting.
Kind of like, maybe a bit like, hearing your own voice on recording for the first time.
Yeah, something to that effect, I guess.
Oh, man. Everybody hates their own voice recording.
I know, because of movie night, I've gotten used to it.
Well, there's the thing with my YouTube career, if you want to call it a career. I got used to hearing my own voice. But the very first time and early on in hearing it sounds so nasal to me. Everybody's telling me, I don't hear that. But to me, it sounded like I had a whole thing like this over here.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Excuse me. Jenny, what were you trying to say?
I don't remember.
Oh. Yeah, I have the problem too. If I try to listen to one of mine, or when it's one of the things I still have a real problem with trying to edit my videos. Is just having to listen to my own voice say the same thing over and over. Yeah, it really gets to bug me. And I have the same thing. I think I sound very gravelly and nasal. Other people say they like my voice, and I just don't quite get it.
This is the interesting thing. I've been posting some old videos because I'm picking the series back up again. It's called A Day in a Life. But the last couple I put up, one of my subscribers noted how I sounded so gravelly. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is recorded just before I quit smoking. And the voice is one of the reasons I quit. That my throat was so rough. So, yeah, fun stuff.
That's really weird.
My speech therapist would be absolutely livid at me how much I've let my voice go. I just, one of the things when you train your voice to be real different, when you're around people that you know and are intimate with, emotionally, you tend to not be as conscious of the pitch and tone that you're putting your voice out at. And I've gotten so completely comfortable with everybody on YouTube and stuff that I have just let my voice go back to 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And
okay.
I got to shape it back up again, go through retraining.
I haven't noticed any problem with your voice, but that's just my ears. I mean, I would think that people would notice a bigger problem with my voice. I mean, yeah, I haven't really gone through that much training, and I don't put that much work into it, and I probably sound like a guy, but what are you going to do?
I can't stand. I've gotten used to it, but still, I don't like really, the sound of my voice. Apparently, other people think it's okay, at least presumably. I haven't heard anyone, clawing their ears out, so that's got to be a plus. There's still time.
Hello, you got a nice voice.
Oh, thank you.
It has a certain.
It has a certain breaking glass quality. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, but I'll take it.
I don't know. Private. There's probably some technical name for it, but it has kind of a secondary tone to it that makes it very pleasant.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that. So yeah, if there's some kind of technical word, yes, bad.
Andre says, I can make my voice sexy on purpose, but I don't think my regular speaking voice is particularly sexy.
See,
and then there is the voice, and I'm sure Hillel knows this voice. And of course,
I don't like where this is going.
Well, the voice that can read the back of a cereal box and make it sound erotic. The one,
yeah. It's rude to talk about Sean. It's rude to talk about Sean while he's not here.
Oh, but
yeah,
I've got a voice. To me, I've got a voice for silent movies and a face for radio kind of thing.
My greatest regret that my fiance died and I had no recordings of her voice. So I have nothing to remember what she sounded like.
I have done a little bit with the voice. This is my normal voice. This is the voice without the modification, that sort of thing. I don't sound like this. That's true. So maybe it's something. Yeah.
I'm just amazed at how well I can remember my mom's voice. She's been gone now, 87. Since 87, that I can still hear her voice the way it always was. It's kind of an affirming feeling.
Okay, then.
I hear it in my head, but I just, have to wonder how accurate the memory is. Unfortunately, all the things they say about how fallible the human memory is, I've had so many examples of it that I can verify. Yeah, I really don't trust my own. And
well, what's fascinating about that is that, it is literally the case that you remake a memory every time you retrieve it. So it's very susceptible to modification. Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it's true in probably the majority of the population, but it's not true in a large part of the population, and it's not true in my case. I would back up my memory with $1 million. It's fading now. I'm 60 old.
Well, I'm sure it does vary, person to person, and why some people, have a more idyllic memory. That maybe theirs doesn't do the editing process nearly as much.
Okay, then. Oh, interesting, Archer.
That's because I kept a very messy desk.
Archer says, my mom's mom mistook me for my mom on the phone before. Faye, Wonder Lady, has had that happen to her as well.
Yeah, I get that with my dad. I've got bad news, guys. I don't think I'm going to finish the ISS before the stream is up.
Have you even finished the core yet?
I'm just finishing the core.
Okay.
Well, that's okay.
Actually, I'll show it off in a second. Currently, I'm working on the there's the main strut bit, and then this is all the shit they got at the back. So I'm doing all the back shit.
Well, if you finish any time during the day, you could always pop into somebody else's stream to show it off.
True. That's true. I wouldn't want to steal their thunder, though.
Come into Lyndon Martin.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you pop into a bit of T and Danish's stream, I'm sure she'd be thrilled for you to show it off.
When is that?
I have to look at the schedule to see when she's on.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm trying to remember. Is she on right after I am?
Yeah, she's on right after Diana.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so she starts at
That's what-
1 p.m. tomorrow then. Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah, noon Central Time, 1 Eastern.
Okay. If I'm about, I might pop in.
Yep.
There we go. God,
Yeah, one of the things about memory that Compelled Unbeliever and I have discussed a couple of times is that he has it severely. I have a lesser case of sometimes from lack of sleep being confused between what were memories and what were dreams.
Okay then.
And actually having to step through a series of events to try and verify if this is something that actually happened yesterday or if this is something that you dreamt while you were asleep.
Oh, okay. Robert X has the eidetic memory thing going. Yeah, because he says, no, I clearly remember being a millionaire and a stud, having 50 girlfriends, 6 Porsches, and living in the Netherlands. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, God. So actually, what do I have left? So there's the big fuck-ass solar panels.
Well, that's sweet,
Couple
Julie.
other bit of detail stuff.
Julie says people are made of stories. Maybe some of your memories are inaccurate, but that doesn't make them less precious.
D'après.
Oh, okay. I see what it is.
How
The one I like, and let's see if I can get this one correct. You are not what you think you are. You are not what somebody else thinks you are. You are what you think somebody else thinks you are.
Oh, God. It's too many layers.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I've always wondered how the brain works in people that are called idiot savants, who can, the most classic one I see.
Oh, right.
On TV, who's, clearly autistic or something, and they can hear a music tune once and then sit down at a piano and play it, even though they've never had a lesson in their lives. How does that fucking work?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like,
We've got a good number of people on the autistic spectrum in the groups, but, I don't know if anybody has that kind of memory.
Yeah, so.
Not I.
Cool.
Oh, look at that baby.
So there's 2 more bags. One is it has the the big the arms here that have the solar panels, and then the last bag is just the solar panels, the big panels themselves, and a bit of other detail bit around the middle. But it's taking shape.
So did the kit come with the build for the swimming pool it sits in?
Yeah.
No, you have to provide your own swimming pool. Actually, I think there's a line here in the instructions actually about a bathtub. Actually, they said would be ideal. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Water, yeah, you know how they are. Water not included and such. Cheapskates.
Huh.
Anyway, I don't know if you saw it. It has a little space shuttle as well.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted to see that. It's pretty good for a micro build.
It's pretty nice. You can definitely tell what it's supposed to be. And then what else? We got whatever this little attachable module thingy is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's the docking module.
Yeah.
They don't
Hey-o.
Well, they had to have different docking modules for the different spacecraft that came up to it.
Then we got
Yeah.
3 little astronaut guys. And then 2 little free floaty satellite things, probably deployed by the shuttle.
Okay, now wait a minute. Do they have Bruce in the
Willis?
the extra vehicular maneuvering unit?
You talking? You mean Bruce Willis?
Bruce McCandless. He was one of.
I thought you were talking about the movie Armageddon for a moment.
No
no EVA suits.
Oh, darn it. Because, yeah, McCandless, if I remember correctly, was one of two that actually wore that EMU. Yeah, it just somehow didn't seem to catch on, but it's iconic.
Oh yeah, no EVA suits for them. I don't think it's the scale is right for that anyway. So I'm just gonna put this off to the side, and I'll come back to that later while I rest my hands. Whew. Actually, I'll put it in the middle so people can still see it.
Yeah, if I had the space station, I'd have to look, because I'm sure that somewhere on the internet somebody had to make a mock of the Soyuz capsule to dock with it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, there you go.
Almost certainly. Oh, thanks, Julie. I know people will be, appreciating my hands. It's just nice and moisturized.
Yeah. Well, since we stopped flying the space shuttle, the Soyuz has been the default taxi service for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that seems to be changing. So hopefully nothing is going to go wrong with the Dragon.
Well, they did just have the one that blew up landing.
Look, there was only a small malfunction, being that it exploded. Like, aside from that, another happy landing.
Well, no, nobody was sitting in that baby.
No. Oh my god.
Are you talking about the Star Cruiser?
No, the Crew Dragon.
Yeah.
The one
I think Star Cruiser was the one that blew up on the landing. Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, it was fortunate that one was only for cargo, that there weren't any people on board, but
yeah, the second mission with the Dragon is currently docked to the ISS, the one that flew 4 people up there.
And I'm sure that the 4 people who got up there in it watched that one that blew up coming down and are like, "Oh crap, we're screwed either way, aren't we?"
Yeah.
Also, I hate to break up a party, but yeah, Purple, it is your turn.
Oh, yep, the clock's running. Yeah. Okay.
So I should close this down
3.5 minutes, honey.
A little bit soon, so we can,
Well, why don't we try to keep going, and let me see what happens
let's log in here. A little science experiment. While you do that, let's see. We'll look around. Actually, that reminds me. I don't have it nearby, but I have a NASA-themed oven mitt that I got while I was at Wallops Island, and I just barely missed sending up one of their resupply missions to the ISS.
Oh my! Okay,
I missed it. It got pushed back like 2 days, and I couldn't see it. I still have actually never seen it. I've never seen a rocket launch actually, and I do have a standing offer from Reds next time I'm in his area to see one of those with him. And obviously, my footage wouldn't compare, but still.
But you talk about oven mitts, my prized possession.
I still have. You know what? He never sent me one of those things.
He gave me this when we were at the ARC protest.
I was going to say ARC, yeah.
Yep.
Because the thing is, actually, I did tell him though. I did tell him not to send me one because I wanted him to, hand it off to me if we ever met.
Okay, then, and that's it's amazing the way things work that way, isn't it?
Yeah. So I still want that oven mitt,
Yeah.
The one that absolutely breaks my heart is 2 days before he died, he was in this room.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I miss him.
Yep. I find myself wanting to talk to him, and I have to remind myself,
It actually seems to have allowed me to be logged in twice here.
Really?
So in the private chat here, I just dropped the link for the other stream I've started.
It starts the same channel, right? It's just here. It's just the next video over, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So I suppose that's my
out. Well,
how does it work?
If somebody would try that link I dropped in the side chat,
Still got 60 seconds.
Wait a minute. You dropped it into the YouTube side
private
chat.
StreamYard chat here.
Oh, the private one. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Oh, I see it. Let's see if this thing ignites when I do this. Probably entering a broadcast studio.
Would it kick you out of this one if you join that one? I don't know how.
I can't remember. It does something strange, but I'm not exactly sure. I remember what it does. Okay, let's check your camera
It
and
causes
mic.
a rent in the space-time continuum.
Enter broadcast. Holy hell! It let me in.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
So
I'm in 2 of these.
Yeah, aside from lots of echo going on, we can actually have 2 of these running together.
That is interesting. That's good to know.
Yep. Okay. So yeah.
Well.
Okay, I'm going to leave the. I'm going to leave Hill's.
Okay.
Channel.
Sure.
Yep.
And I'm already on yours, honey.
Yeah. Hill, don't stop quite yet. Let me get the next link up for people.
Also, yeah, Purple. Thanks for letting me borrow your house and your skin, as it were.
Oh, well, yeah, I appreciate you being on there. I'm sorry that I forgot to swap out the avatar for you before.
No, it's fine. I had my camera on pretty much the whole time anyway. So I wouldn't want to. I don't want to. If it's all the same, it's fine. I don't mind. I'd rather you not, have to go through the hassle of switching that sort of thing out.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready. So anyway, I suppose I should, may as well say, all of you people in chat, make sure to head over to. I suppose you're not really heading over much of anywhere, I suppose, but
Yep. Well, I'm dropping the link to the new stream in the YouTube chat there.
Ah, excellent.
So if everybody wants to bounce over there, then you can shut this one down anytime.
Sure thing. Make sure, Jenny, if you want, you should over there. I don't want you to get kicked out of here and be lost for the link to the newly opened stream.
Yep. Yeah, Jenny and Diana are already in the new stream.
Oh, so. Excellent. Actually, I'll kick Jenny out here just because, for posterity's sake. There we go.
Yep. Okay, I'm just getting all my screen set up here for the new one.
No problem at all.
But yeah, you can pop over any time. We've got a couple of people starting to come with the audience over there. So yeah, everybody can jump over to the new one, and we'll be going there any minute here.
Actually, I think I'm gonna get a little bit of shut eye, but I'll see you at some point later on.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, get yourself some good sleep.
And remember to take your own advice at some point.
Well, yeah, I was mostly listening to you guys, but I think I actually fell asleep for about half an hour there.
Oh, yeah, that's better than nothing, at least.
Yeah. Well, and I'm used to sleeping in short cycles, so.
Oh, well, still.
But yeah, that half an hour is going to make a big difference to me by the time Nacha comes in.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
do me a favor and actually get more than a half hour at some point.
Yep. Greetings, sentient beings. This stream is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes. And with that, the other stream is officially live.
Awesome. I guess I'll just shut this one down then.